fofo pole no wa tele no no ka le wo mo ye de enkansuo ene de aka no kuma bi ye ba ne ye bedane echi edemamo se the Friday bia no miensa no ba opanyini ABOU DIABY ehome kakra na lutaken mabetenam na ma coordinate director show na bia so aye kama ne nsempi ne abo ne beda ye de ebram ye bekwa am ne na ye de amono ne nsem e de abram no akina bedwafo bewuram na nsem awdo a ebefra amono ne beba no ye bepe ne poma sibre na no achi besa de afisem aba enu achi no so abedwafo besa awuram ansa na dwumadie no beba na wie ya wo hweye wo wutie ye wo akwanya se obetimi afre ye na wo do contribution e de aba say your thought say your comment idea view what the bar ye beje bre ya sembisa ye be ya no eso e de ama oni entena enkosi se bebo 5:45 Monday to Friday ebia no pa no so bo se ken 7 to 7:30 ye da go kansem nsem e be down e wo daybreak dwumadie no so abra kwadwomafo ene the Trinity team atenase no miensa bo a ena Fakye sports team ni nyina da led by ABOU DIABY Bejina Kodwa na ye the extended version of Fakye sports eso e de abrel na bia so ye kama dwumadie no guso koso no why dear ubabia betumi do adwen trafa ba ubetumi aye text message SMS ubetumi WhatsApp wo de ba ye bekai sanso akọ TikToker Fakye TV uko YouTuber Fakye TV ena uko Facebooker Fakye TV odo wadwen kire bia to a ye bekenka ya sembisa ye be ya no edjaman sempei ene ye pen poma sibre ene awie ye behwe North London derby ba so Tottenham ene Arsenal when the best special guest of honor nanu the Champions League Benfica Real Madrid player B ekoka se Vini Junior sabi ade na nsema kwe de drama no akwame beto am se FIFA epese omde Gianluca Prestiani edi eto emra so na nsem no ebae no amanfa keke bia kire Mourinho coach Saudi eso akasa afa racism ho ye don nsem beba nsem pi na otwi major European leagues sha se ne nsem pi ba be ram wa fisemo ni atwe Ghana Premier League no na otwe wie ye kosai South Ghana Football Association Mr. Ket ESO Kraku akasa about Ghana football. You be run with the sports ministry, a man of football net sell boxing. And America to you be doing come out Jumadies Midin at the Lutakin Ricardo Varas Obertenenka the special Habib Sobertenenka production or the executive producer Binas and Darman or Jumadi at the Amaye Sasra tea bread our Obuame Jumadina Kama behind the camera. Richie the Don Papa technician on duty eso Aki Ola na Daruma ne de dwumade bro junior mu nyina ho mo bua me de dwumade na bro ntoni entena na bianya kama enche da no nsem ebe down special good afternoon bokodi
alhamdulillah
azumi kwasai
alhamdulillah am adam ikrokom kakra
achiwia no
ikrokom
ene dey say
3
okay
am adam kakra afeni ya chance it's getting better. Okay. I'm bigger every day. Nyamena Odi ashase na na yebe stress anyame na se odi ebe wie na wa ma ye hu nhira na de ye bom mpa ya asere papa ewo mu asase so ono Allah emfamaye
amen
mu nhira nso e woda nkwa matem woda nso omfamaye de ebe ye wo mu nso a enye papa no se stress ono ankasa ni nti akom kire na ya na mpa ebo ne ne hu se nyame nti na odu ye funu ato wagyae bibi a wo ye nti dia nko ye mpo ye stress ono nyame hu ye mobo se ni nti ene ye nti na hu mobro ene Ramadan mu nhira no onfama ye na bibi anya fine fama nti alhamdulillah eguso kakra na ya hwa bibi na ya kaka ye nyina ho se do this time nhira na dos nti nyame ato se makakra bi a wo bi ana ya doye bebre tene wonsama oni biefo the needy. Now, why extend the helping hands onto them? Nina multiples your blessings any adi. So we are on it. Kakra. Ebe.
The special Habib Mohammed now telling Kano. Kwaku. The punch man.
Ken the looter.
Bokodiye.
Oh,
Fear. What the normal guna kwamu?
Fear.
Then you may say. Yes, I must have a tongue crabia.
Sikana na mia. Kana
and also we say nka me boss won ya kai gan mo kelen tu abai no se abudia bi be ma tete be ma ho so wa abudia bi ehufo
abudia em te
utu fia ma kelen tu Habib aba be shaking
on pen ho asem nti on se do sa no mana pen ho asem sa de titie
Kwakuna Friday and some Peter Bama so be Morino for the first time after Benfica Real Madrid game wakasa you be room now Vison Company wakasa
pa
Benny McCarthy akasa pa
happy how our African brothers kasa about
na ohwa mprofa kasa pa and the come say coach bi obekọ ne pre-match no in centrofo busana about sa incident no so update how do ever
can some no
some data how do wa you better say national so say dwuma ko bi ada Roma ena ye trans say ya ye di dwuma de ebe down Millennium Construction esebra na beje ya asase na fadu dwuma efie na opato a oba on bebo asase na opato on bebo a wo fie wo ton a Millennium Construction so ena Judgment Dental Clinic na Daroma wasinipa wonum ebe hwam wasibe fita normal akeka wosimu se a wonum so na yetitiriti no Judgment Dental Clinic eseni nyina no bra obetu ase e dia ma so ena mame mfama o ese urama mepacho edu Friday say ya na BJ Fashions na Daroma even say na twa uniform ye twa de cro ne nsa no fe pa ni bibia so eye kama na mepacho pa de pama metro ba bia akwa program bia no bedwudwi e diama ma bia kama so ena Ashanti Region Inter-Schools Superzonals no mepacho Best Brain Publications Ghana woni Kora Sports Consult Limited ena collaborate a Ashanti Region Suzo omo sponsor ye ba be di nkomo eso de a kire dwuma ko o madaroma ye di dwuma de ebro no omu ne ye dai ho ye ba ye da mano ne nsem eto aso e de ama ne down ne nya dajajajam yompo wa mano nsemo no mame sha so ba mu nchen me pacho mame mu training no o paka ya nra me de ebebia ho ma wo editu wani eso kopem ba mu nchina o mu train o mu ye no na suro ne to na anu ayeden na images ne ba na roma ba mu nchintim no empanyimfo so mo bo workers na ba so o mo bo staff na ba so adaya urama o matimi apa apekla zabna structure babia o mo ye training no babia esuro no etogu ye na chasa pitch no kwa hu no suro no akoma so o matimi apa cleaners na ba be cleaning ama ba ye kama waso mo bo ma ba so extraordinary work and so far workers na timi aye o mo bo ma ba so papa ama bia so timi aye fine eno ediaba na me pacho Vini Junior ne sansam ya ene mesa sabi me kwa na me dibiaba na me twabutu na me kwa na me sadi biaba na Vini Junior woni Gianluca Prestiani Champions League playoff first leg e Lisbon player we Bodma Benfica wodin sakatana no e kache Vini Junior esa we ya de we ya monkey kope enkate beji kwadu na dinsaba entadwa and now Vison company and your Pamunchin on head coach no on so kasa ba Vini Junior the incident no and summer partner summer Vison company and yet to your concern Vini Junior and Sansam no anu tempa me ba choyentie and summer doa Bamunchin coach Vison company edituja. Yes, yebenya Vison company ninsam no na yade tuja edamom so wakasa about racism no ma me pacho etuja eso ewo football mo enye adese wo se so o hwa na ono oye nipa tuntum oye obia oye ko daki na ode ntie nsam odi tuja
in English if possible, so I can be a bit clear about what I'm saying. But it's a difficult topic because I think it happens in this day and time anyway, where these type of topics are even more difficult to discuss, it seems, than it used to be in the past, you know. So you have on one side, because I watched the game live, I tried to watch the Dortmund game, but it was on Prime apparently, so I didn't have the right thing. So I ended up watching Madrid and Benfica, and I was really intrigued by the game, you know. So I saw it happen live, and then there's a couple of different components to this story. First is what happens on the pitch. Second is what's happening with the fans as well. Third is what happens after the game. And for me, in those three things, there's some clear separations we need to make. So what happens on the pitch, for me, you have Vini Junior, who, when you watch the action itself, his reaction cannot be faked. You can see it. His reaction is an emotional...
And your Vison company no or so person or church them yent man and cabrofo no what me expressing home now when you attack game no or reaction from the fans and even Joe say Moreno no normal waje ya antwaye and your Vison company then some of the basa acting on or condemn mami ola aina so I Nigeria ni na urama or Bodma Northern Forest wakasa about Enra urama game am kompano Istanbul omne Fenerbahce sa 3-0 victory no munya yente de okaya any Afcon or Nigeria buy no.
I said fact. It was feeling like heaven, no? Yeah, man. Came to Istanbul, they told us welcome to hell. I said fact. It was feeling like heaven, no?
Dear Ola Why ne Kenyan say a Basa Northern Forest, a Ramo Eastern Prominent Fanabache, a couple game before the game. Omudruyano, Fanabacha fans catch on say, Yadaso Omaba hell, welcome to hell. Nanso na a more like paradise. To say a Australia mama was it remontada mission not no choice. And some opinion adapt to play jam at Jamamo. No, me patro mamina juma, so famamo. Me Ramo Vini Junior, Sunum Piem, Ora, your friend Carlo Ancelotti, Wakasa, about Vini Junior, me patron substitute, Opekaya, Bayer, Alonso Bayer, na Pokem, na ya substitute Vini Junior, not the reaction, na Sansa Watchetram, na Oko interview, and your Pusa opinion, Sajan said to Maye, the Vini Junior and Etraye, and try Yente Carlo Ancelotti.
En la historia, en la estadística, yo nunca he encontrado un jugador perseguido como Vinicius. Le dan patadas, le pitan, le insultan. ¿Qué tiene que hacer? Él, ¿qué hace? Marca goles y nos da asistencia. Y después yo tengo...
I know I am sama odituga na odika kasaye abasa incident see racism no ni nyina so senya de won so na adey na oboy no brasa bone bay na Vini Junior ya football okoba bia onu kwane ko daki onu kwane tuntuma ye dina tama na omo yansa o condemn sa act no and was say game against Barcelona Classico Vini ne substitution reaction I just already waka na or say eba asia condemn ese adia kwadane ye no ntwe wona na kasa advice ne sama sadia ne nsibiam da wabo abeloa eso abaso se o gide mapa se kakaka abeloa betuma ye adwuma na mabibia eso atuma ye fine anu en sama da don Carlo Ancelotti dia tuga mame Mohamed Salisu Ghana ne Branta Salisu me patro coffee no eguso tuga rehab no enra me dibi abreo mame ensemram na me mfa ema ye bomb sa Black Stars achiro no World Cup the Mundial onwa na dia beko onwa na be prepare chiro ho obe mastermind dia chiro ho obe mobilize chiro ho at the Stars at diako and to boy ne bomb pay say obey fit no better no and you Mohamed Salisu Kumasi boy and no and a Monaco player no ogusa we rehab baba bia so ya fine and no edeba aye church am breaking it down no me patro ma me shasini ne ba no akwadawo Barcelona Academy akwadani ball ne papa goalkeeper nanso okwa akwada ne je ball no ne na no na ohwa akwada we pa no krani nyame na Rex Allah enu ye shasini ba no Barcelona Omo Academy no na say boy ni boy tuma pa wo travel bia so twa ye kamba na mo Barcelona no me pa choma me adwuma wo Pablo Gavi and the Barca team no wo kamo no na Gavi aba back on the pitch Gavi nie me pa cho ha obaye watefia chewo pra na Demente was a place congratulating no mo wo kam no bana kwaba na bia kamba na Gavi on the pitch with the ball Gavi and a ball at the one all running reporter made as a Barca game against Sevilla on the 15th of March or bet me and your selection at my problem bia kamba and what you know Demente aka 2 weeks and not when your medical air clearance so obet me akai I'm a bia kama timer all free the Sports City after training on and that's why you judge at Jamamo and your penina me patroni din aso ede Pablo Gavi and ye de mamano na me patro me ram na me adwuma kakra aso liver glass na so ye aso emfa emamo so say wakasa about team event Crystal Palace omo a position was so no say performance no enya sadi ope
And to be honest, it's like now, and I understand. I take responsibility for everything because I'm responsible for the whole team, and it's right now. I'm just not good enough to replace the players we sold. I'm just not good enough to integrate the new players in a way that we can play the same way like we did, and I'm not good enough.
Crystal Palace boss Oliver Glasner was say ono admit omo form no enye the best say na momo gide mapa ese be birthday team no enko se season be bana we no ma befa eso edamo man sa no beja team wakwa waja team wakwa wie ye enye be ko chito what the card announcement apa ese season bana we ya u beja team wakwa so ugusu jina sa decision announce wasesa Uber coaching Crystal Palace after the season.
Said, as a manager, you always depend on your players, and they will get all the support like always, and then we will see.
Do you still want to be here until the end of the season?
Oh, let's see what the future brings. We never know.
Ano ayen sama Oliver Glasner edituga na me patcho ma me Pep Guardiola so akasa ninyina about Premier League title race with Arsenal na utwan sama Pep akai na say no ye no
9 points clear. Now your destiny in the title race is in your own hands. But are you surprised how quickly things have changed?
There were 9 points because we have a game on hand. So when everybody has the same fixtures, same games being played, and after we have the different, many things is going to happen. I said 2 weeks ago, many things is going to happen until the end of the season.
But in a title race, how important is experience? Because you've done it many times before.
70% of the players are new, so they don't have experience to live these kind of situations. No.
And you Pep Guardiola no we ya mana nkwane busa kwachi to say coach wadaroma we manager na the remaining matches aka na a Premier League season abana we sa 12 games no Man City mo ya day
Christmas.
To be honest, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen these next 12 games, so I don't know.
Do you and the players though have that confidence that it is now possible? Whereas
I didn't speak 1 second about that with my players. Yesterday, day before, it's just Newcastle. I didn't talk about the table. I didn't talk about the position or something like that.
No title talk at all.
I could not care less. It's 12 games. If you tell
want to be and careless na 12 games aka wonim jebesi and your Pep no we o kasa about racism the ato Vini Junior and yente Pep.
There's a lot of work to do. So it's in the society, it's not in football. So racism is in everywhere. You pretend that racism is just for the color of the skin. It's how you behave. It's racism. It's how you pretend that you are better than the other one just for many reasons. Schools pay a lot of the teachers. That is the person who must be paid in the schools, not in the football.
And your Pep ne no Mikel Arteta kasa about update on Arsenal. So players on fitness level to say him for the bear available.
And you mentioned before the game that Kai Havertz and Martin Odegaard had a chance for this weekend. What's the latest with them? Are they available?
Well, we have to wait till tomorrow, but there is a big possibility that they are available for the game.
And yet, also GD, I was so much na Omuche, na Emo Martin Odegaard, and Kai Havertz, be available for Chiragema, a Betoga. Now, Owie, we saw so far dropping of points, Ucha Arsenal, points, man drop here, and then also back at the end of
Arsenal have blown it, Arsenal are bottling it. But from what you've seen with your players, how have they reacted since? And have you seen anything in the mentality since then and over the past couple of weeks that's concerned you or worried you at all?
What I've seen is a tremendous reaction again, and I'm not surprised at all. I mean, when you lose points was in the last kick of the game again, in a very unpredictable manner, I would say, because to predict somebody with a 0.2 expected goals probably and one shot to concede an equalizer the manner that we did it is nobody can really understand that. But this is football and that's the beauty of it.
What's the sign of football here? When you're surprised, a shock, was system no, and yeah, Mikel Arteta, or and you say, oh, born of London Derby, Usha Spurs, or newly appointed manager, I go to door. Now, only say.
Yeah, we have analyzed everything that he's done in his career, in different clubs, different formations, the players that they have available, and from there, of course, we will have the capacity to adapt in relation to what the game requires, but the main focus as well is on what we have to do to win.
Finally, from
I know I am some Arteta the two guy as o master dinner o manche na ebia to asram popen na me patcho I got to door on so e buy no so far before the game on so akasa.
Your first few days at the club.
No, I didn't enjoy because I'm here not to enjoy, I'm here to work. So enjoying is just a first moment. After there's a work to do, you know. And nice, privilege to be here, as I said before, to this fantastic club. Also very focused, very concentrated to do the right things that this club need, this team need, these fans need. So I'm focused on that. I'm not thinking too much about what you ask me to enjoy.
You know.
I got to the Spurs or new boss, and I cast out by some few days when the team to my home. No assessment, no Jamaye, no a percent next season Spurs or more positive or confident, say or more relegation there.
Here not to enjoy, I'm here to work. So enjoying is just a first moment. After there's a work to do, you know. And nice, privilege to be here, as I said before, to this fantastic club. Also very focused, very concentrated to do the right things that this club need, this team need, these fans need. So I'm focused on that.
How confident are you?
I know I got to the 100% sure. As said to me about a Premier League among relegation. Next is the Spurs Premier League and you have somebody to go. Now me patcho mame Michael Carrick and also Akasa. Now tell some Carrick Akaya about Sir Jim Ratcliffe no comment Yente Carrick.
I think, look, Sir Jim's made a statement, and then the club's made a statement on the back of it, really. So for me to add to that is not my place to add to that. I think enough's been said in that regard. I think what I can say is, as I've been around this club many years, and I think we always make a huge impact globally in whatever way, and we're really responsible for that. And you know, throughout the years, as a player, as a member of staff, as a supporter, I think we're really proud of the environment in the club.
And you Michael Carrick, I saw penny comment, I just respect or say or be respecting Yonko, be a moon Yonko, on what to cry, and until we are suffering a baby. Now, I was so many panel pass will be a nipa, and you Michael Carrick, no, me patrol Ramo Pena, and a fair bill has Zella, also Akasa, about me patrol James Milner. James Milner only one game, or Yabo Pet, or Babe, or time Premier League, on most appearances,
standing in front of my office because he was still there. He was still trying to recover. He was still trying to prepare his body the best for the week. And I think that's just outstanding. And therefore, there's no surprise for me that he's there where he is at the moment. And he's not only playing, he's also playing well. Of course, he had some tough moments also this season, but he showed it also in this week that he's still on his highest level, that he can play still on the top level. And therefore, it's a great lad to work with. He's a great personality. He's very honest, very loyal, very direct. And
Eno ayen sama me pacha odi tuga o boy na baso ese bia kama so china onya some minutes no ba o version be baso ba a Premier League na since sha 92-93 obe player with the most appearances na bia so aye kama na man Gonzalo Ramos me pacha ko PSG boy no so far waya DIABY na ohwe Gonzalo Ramos what did Jesse acha fan wey eno na daso no Gonzalo Ramos no ena se ono San Jesse ena odiama fan no after some fan so chena there now Roma report amba say Ousmane Dembele was so far from discomfort on the left calf am so far we train indoors gym work ena Dembele me pacho no so oye eno demete Luis Enrique regarding Dembele the injury no was say or Chelsea players no omo pato mentally no ma befa eso edam na Luis Enrique kasa aba Vini Junior racism no ne response a shocky wiase
Junior est-ce que ça a été un sujet dans votre groupe dans quel moment est-ce que vous avez un regard sur ça? Merci.
Ce que je peux dire sur ce sujet, c'est rien d'important.
Ningnan sa say nothing when you be obeka fa ho. Ya busa no say Vini Junior racism no wate den obeka condemn o bibia obeka jama footballers na what no odin was say nothing when you be obeka eno na shocky we say esa opai no support racism ana eno ed eba mami Benny McCarthy ono so kan say Pisa Moreno emra emepacho
could have handled it better or could have chosen his words probably better, but emotions got the better of him. But I know the statement that he made was very wrong, was a wrong statement at the time for somebody that advocates for African players and, you know, an African continent. But there you contradict yourself in what he said, because it was not pleasant towards. I purely just take it down as emotions of the game and the situation where he kind of felt that he has to back his team, and then later realizing,
I know I am summer. Former South Africa, player Benny McCarthy, Asa Moreno and Samuel Becker, and say, Ultra Vini Junior and celebration, and in the normal player on one quality for Sanomano, one behave well, and no, and was sit there beat Moreno, Newcastle, Casasa, Omra Bontino, me Pacho, and no, and Samuel de Atuga. Now Moreno saw me Pacho Wakasa, Yenten Sama Jose Moreno after incident this year or the Tuga.
Como é que está? O jogo foi verdadeiramente exigente em todas as suas facetas. Até ao minuto 50 foi um grande jogo de uma exigência máxima, seja do ponto de vista físico, seja do ponto de vista tático, e a concentração que se tem que ter para jogar um jogo daquele nível.
I am Moreno can say game from 51st minute ebesi samri enye easy emotionally normal cross about Vini Junior incident no and so far all Casans and seven so at the afa no say on so game or papa weekend way or prepare mentally na bia so aye kama na urama mama emfama esa boy na your friend Mark Bernal uko Barcelona so mum pese Dro Fernandez ni den bi epesiasi entino akwada de Mark Bernal o ma sha so ne kasa on pese man improve contract no trust boy na bia kama na me pa choma me Jovi Villajuana. The Barcelona during presentation, I was post project now. One for ambition and see Yenten some of some hurricane. I'm more prepared for some of the hurricane. Ever pay our Barcelona.
no sé si uno de tus nombres es Harry Kane, era un punto irónico, exactamente por dónde iban los tiros, y si a Xavi y a Joana le gustaría tener a Harry Kane en el Barça.
El equipo deportivo y con...
Prepare about Barca Sports Project. Person the Hurricane. PM aso Barcelona. Na Bia Kama. Na Nico Williams. PM aso ewa me pacho. Birmingham Tuesday no. And Birmingham. Reporter meeting send ya. Wa PM aso Belbawa. Or 20 treatment no so. On say na harmony public area. And Nico Williams. Oh problem about na ka on what yaw. Tina was about Birmingham. A bone specialist for treatment. And now about back or Belbawa or better treatment. And so the Biaswa to my fine. And no a Nico Williams. The final sayaba. Not my men from us about Munchen. Almost say Mikey only say summer way. Tofia kwa omo Antoine na Antoine cha no matter what omo nton Michael Olise amani nkoba bia na Crystal Palace me pacho omo fine a team no o rama omo fine £50,000 by regulatory commission for failing to ensure its spectators and supporters behave well, improper, offensive, and abusive, insulting, and provocative, and normal, and 50,000 pounds. So my final somra as to Emetria and no idea by a judgment. Not yet breaking it down. Not Liam Rosinia, where Chelsea boss, me pacho, and what me Equatabra Romeo Latvia, a completed 45 minutes for Chelsea under 21. Game of Leeds United, as to a boy, what me Equatabra Biasu etmi a camera, and no idea by now I'm Robin van Persie on the Swakasa about Raheem Sterling.
Afgelopen dinsdag voor het eerst met de groep. Voor hem was dat voor het eerst in een aantal maanden met een groep überhaupt. En als je dan in kleine momenten ziet wat voor keuzes hij maakt, hoe snel hij denkt, hoe snel dat gaat. Ja, dan zie je wel dat collega's en andere spelers dat ook zien en daar ook echt op aangaan, zeg maar. En dat is gewoon hoe het werkt. En je wil ook ergens toch een beetje laten zien.
Jawa Kenya say boy never Raheem Sterling or a player bia or me pacho class for extra class na omo bon person be fit obetuma bo final am bia so ye kama na me pacho mami Laporta dia no Laporta so kasa o kan sem pia ba Barcelona a selection campaign guso to dwa obon person be fa dia ma no no gide ma pass team no Obiantimi NCC Basa, Obiantimi Nje Oma Jem from himself, Ojide ma pasa no ma ebe kama, eso edi ama omo. Na mamen fama, ese De Bruyne, Kevin De Bruyne King Kev. Ono sono diameter sa enche obeba back no obebo adwuma ama bia so atuma ye fine eso edi ama etima ye from Napoli eno airport amita by March obetuma ba na obebo adwuma ma bia so atuma ye kama eno edi dopama so na me pacho mami Nicholas Jackson me okopiamo Indonesia after AFCON holidays kakra Nicholas Jackson na ejina ni no wonama wo flex atwama biaso atimi ayekama eno Nicholas Jackson ne dia me pacho ye de amam no na Mika Richards and Alan Shearer eso akasa na me pacho about Arsenal yenti omo
and go come on. And let's be a bit more aggressive in our game. Let's be a little bit more on the front foot, particularly when we get ahead.
You've got a team who does everything to win a game. And you've got a team who gets a goal and goes back in a defensive structure. And anyone in right mind, you 2-0 up, you think, okay, let's go a little bit deeper. But you've got a manager who wants to protect and a manager who wants to win. And that's what it's going to be towards the end of the season. Who's going to outdo each other in their tactics?
If they thought people were going to be unfair or have been unfair on them in previous weeks about them bottling it and panicking and getting edgy and nervy and all of those things, then wait till the next few days. It's like the noise is just about to get...
The one can answer Mika Richards was say compare Ateta no pepper your manager ba kwa nde se obe protect and ye Ateta and your manager ba kwa o person winning and ye Pep and Alan Shearer sasa Asra fee so obi unfair say about bottling it and a panic na and ye masa say o mo ankasa and no ejedawa ye di emam na brand called Mama Dusa me pacho wakasa about Liam Rosinia say when you coach in data was Strasbourg Mama Dusa.
So do you feel like you know what he wants from you as a player?
Yeah, I know him, he know me, I know how we train, I know how we prepare the game. So vas-y, laisse-moi là. Ouais, je te dis, c'est bon. Tu vas moquer,
c'est what our friends for.
Ah ouais? Vous voyez pas, chacun c'est la caméra. So yes, I know.
Now, Owieye and Wakasa about the return, but one say about back and Chelsea and AFCON.
Your second trophy of the season.
No, it was very good. At 20, I have 2 trophies. It's incredible. The fun was great. I think we make the job for them because when we get back to the country, they were happy, and I think we make the job.
You know.
And no Ejedawo na Jediwe Donald Trump wabo eye mepacho Jenny Infantino wabo FIFA president abaso about the World Cup ticket sales. Ninans according to FIFA president say game be at this summer World Cup rebeto dano stadium ebe sold out. Trump above FIFA president abaso.
We did it to your World Cup has set every single ticket record in the history of soccer. In the history, nobody's ever seen anything like it. The sales are virtually complete. Nobody's ever seen anything. So congratulations, you made a good decision. We did it together. Thank you, Johnny. Great guy. Your World Cup has set every single ticket record in the history of soccer. In the history, nobody's ever seen anything like it. The sales are virtually complete. Nobody's ever seen anything. So congratulations, you made a good decision. We did it together. Thank you, Johnny. Great guy. Your World Cup has set every single ticket record.
Togo wonu enyan sasu ana no bia keka wosim unu nsu a na wose afemfem na chese wonu nyina akra enya wode wose menkanto sa eba ese ani anum nsem a Ghana de obian say gentleman dental clinic no ma pi no ye na ose eba examination consultation omuye bi o ma say root canal treatment and scaling and polishing extraction omo teeth whitening was sin on being fita braces omo person cameraman omo teeth replacement and a teeth jewelries and a restoration no omo so person obianum ye kama ade wuntimi nse obi ade amfan tu kwan ni passe matadi oba metimi di ama me watch metimi di ama na obi se de ana upie ba bia ansan ye bem wakwaba ye bem nsuamu ano no wo kasa ne ye hwe wo se asem kapa ye de be sebo enu to se branches ne dots wo Ghana ha wodu ani pemu akra wo branches ne yenu won kran ba ko nungua main lorry station ho and a back so atomic down kwabenya runabout urom okumasi a babia Fakye TV away ekwan so a Abripo junction udo do Abripo junction per traffic light no for nifa de ko bantema why say ko bantema no se nifa so abrosi edikan on a gentleman dental clinic wo Techuman omo mazin udu mazia for nifa kenta kwan so kofordia omo police station aflawo omo ene GCB bank ne de nhwe ena tamale omo ewo teshgu omo ne post office ene de 598 731823 0598 731823 0559 139582 0549 906588 Gentleman Dental Clinic or from Omono Bedim Common Bia Kama Millennium Construction Esseman Canto half plot and at the full plot to her. When the Sika promise Brown by Sayama, but just at the China Kakaka. Then what you know, if you know so usi, or more contractors in Mason for Ombesi Dan Kamatong Yopo Edama, and the Millennium Construction for almost say or more casa, a yetipa track a sanya, or more a dance on my iron rods now open, cement now open, into long to Casape, a dino or toss I saw more, almost say AC as Sandama. Kosa ube fiora omo born at the form total package ni ye na promotion guswa etoga na omo se Ghana hen and I will pass I say Millennium Construction for sen kan so bread baby o biama yem so o de from say o my way and crew way so na me pass I say o be boa no ma unsa ka say o asase bi na wo ton o de mo be ton kama ma o fie and I pass o ton omo ebe ton kama ma efie so na o pato a omo ofie bebra ukreska odi ba ombeje na omama ofie ama bia ye kama enu Millennium Construction kuma say office no Albushen na Yas Junction first 0 o from ombeje so na bia so aye kama na 0244 274084 na bia ye kama gifted icon me ba cho o de ne say do re mi fa sol la ti do o voice no enyum no oto de pra oto de yadai facha kofarbai the main edition ba so last year na we said the sikoye na this year ya to the street crown edition gifted icon on facha TV tunu num to a o de ne say obeba e facha front desk lina ho o buy house na minimum to man forms na me fele then do me ma cha me bobre ma wiasu sampa me ne ete Angel Gabriel na enyom no o to anya so to no kwa o to na di nkunima ye wo achede o mte bema glano de obai onyaka o masa aye recording master e de amano e one promotion o to second o say Jessica o mo e record de ama third or prize or a gifted icon street crown edition almost say Brafacha TV premises ya na bejo dia and now bet my friend 0550 772113 ofra unomuni nkomo na bibia so enye kama emfa emao na mame emfa mao esa me pacho eba yenuanom SHS omo eye super zone asra eba so on the 25th of February no eya desa baba yara na eba and the best brain publications Ghana say omuni eye Cora Sports Consult Limited a collaborate a sponsor ama bia kamanti eba suzo Ashanti region super zonas suzona ebeba so 25th February no bread na behwe wani so ade 2026 super zonas no na best brain publications Ghana and me pacho osha behind La Posada Royal Hotel from 0507 200200 and 0504 200300 or from Omejo Bibia eso etimi ayekama na me pacho mame emfamao esa no kreni nyame ni adene efe ede James BJ Fashions can you be che BJ din wa dance here
Commander Big James they say we here adansi die bi de na nsa no adwuma kasa de ma no I keep saying say atade no obi apam atade but you will be a opam na so ultim say yes apam so e na bi nso de o ha odi pia bonti obi ahu ona obisa say na we de okofa di free hi nti the choice is yours is either you choose quality and I say obakwa akwaje nkofo de ni bi awo hwe de hye ya edit ya ebi wo ho a wo hye kra na obi hia wo wan ka say de yapam obakase bi a store we bi na akwaje ana but Big James nsa no
me say for the man no do program asem obi e hwe
say ye ayefro abadin tour programs we MP obese ye pam won ta de adbeko parliament na say
the political suit
ye mampani ye kire say ye nhye Ghana made de Ghana apam ye nhye no bia ko Big James so wow design kwa obeyama opeso no anka san hwe so no mpam nhyewa Big James kama no we yi so ade ba ko ye papa won ho say the chrome high de bonkofo ade pam tie or time conscious nti ko Big James na onyi mfa so ma ne mema nyina enkwada empinifo bia like pankro no mebo
ai pankro market wa okwa Big James Ricardo Obama mwaye fe yes Obama kikanto so also to me Saturday bi no ho fa yi apie
of course say ohwe na wo you
but obia so ye barrister daroma obe deliver the amount
the modern trends enim how university nti program bi a wokọ no crowd shada hia style bi a be catch and say bia you just let him know say this is the kind of program I will call. Say your naming ceremony, say your graduation, say your juma, say your birthday party, say your day. Woman who's a winner or qua. Over sheni wa body suit to now they are called. Now they are quite good. Now drew a seance swabos and pa. One cast waba baby. Dino young casabe bring fun to was on. You buy a chamafe. Friday be a woody air. Oh yes. Intinya fin never chill be a woody actual. A baby back open as a oko. Quaco John Tardy. Fair, baby, I will be an annual near call. Sort one. I didn't information you call Friday.
Friday say
Friday programs here. And a party at and another.
Are you ready?
Do poor once a mark. Yes, I catch you so why you for a time. A baby do when you're a china. When we are there, you won't find your watching. That's what the way I found the baby because you went that had ye if you had the hook roger.
But I say, and remember me did Royal Edge for one dance here at the amount. If you say about travel and tour party, or more number one, almost said them. Omo sifina abaso no mudie omo kire omo de okoni akopa adwuma e de ama no sampa say na de ne tie Royal Air Force say de omo pe eye delivery for mo asa motorbike no motorbikers mo nim ride na obetum dey delivery eno na omo pe mo on pe be nipa 400 omo dem ko Dubai company na you ready mo koye adwuma na bosome so a salary no. Oh my goodness. I did one way the home gym. Salary no, the soccer 9,000 Ghana cedis, 90 million, and Kaniska, could see 15,000 and can 150 million. Now, the attempt say, Sensika the man untra accommodation, baby, I bet the unpiaka. Ombe mo diane. We are free medical treatment. Ombe show free. Oh, quite Jumaswa, or more free transport, home at the Bamau. We a Royal Edge go far by. And diaba almost bra apply beba no ma be interview no Kumasi Cultural Center na bibia ye kama nti mpacho fo ani chemo ma hwe na no mu ni nkomo na bibia ye kama repam me ba no masabe do mo dance the secret bi eso de ma a lot of messages and aba na every be bi from yankeka kwaku and mo ankasa mo boy energetic
the stylist man.
Oh, Nas in fact, energetic birthday.
I see.
Say, fa blade and a machine M2 home. NCSU, Emma Unina brand there. Or sign energetic one as I don't say quite good. Aside Unima Dumanaso, we're a humble guy. One respectful guy, Amahuno. And found when a war no be encounter. The Biarada, who say energetic, you're one person that. Open nipa. So when I any birthdays ano, you wish a happy birthday ni enka say nyankopon nhira no. Na onya ne kese na bibia ntimi.
Monsha in ma me dia
energetic yes nyoma emu odu no pe. Ba nyoma emu odu no pe ba ni na no eka ho bi. The energetic.
Yes.
Obra no yes na your birthdays ano. Na nhira na onya wo kese. The other ones abeka bi enye nhira minim a lot of nyoma wo. Won say be a personal manager.
Okay.
And minimum a lot of new way so. And in Nana and Subiti me about.
It's a hard
heavy load not so. But in Naka who be one.
What were you done? Heavy load, not what you done.
Oh, heavy load, and no one has a me.
Oh, Major Brassier,
oh, he's a good guy.
Debbie Pursues, the Okono, you think cry, Bibia won't tear a crown of Ubusao. Now, Ubusao, Asia, Nabia, Canty, Kwame, energetic. So a die-hard Barcelona fan.
The Barcelona and the Kuno.
Yes. Nti Kwame de beka se Nyankopon insha omo by our Brasiana with the some addition no. Rade emfaso no nhyia na bianye kama happy birthday na Belinda Adoma so edin birthday Belinda yama happy birthday nyankopon nhyia Belinda Adoma Jordan sabe ka bia enye nhyira oso emie ne chance no na onfa emao na afisari no akoma so ade nyina atimi abunti Belinda Adoma happy birthday special
wonder
mama sha semfru so e
wonder en chiashofo en fi adam gidi se obi a hoye na yama ye ho akwa aba mfamra na aja yemedi nkomo kakra se de ye hya ase no meka no ahya ase na eye ne na Ramadan ne day 3 ebi mu nso day 2 ebi hya ase ja ebi nti day 3 any day 2 emu de owo mu bia no nyame nka ye nyina ye ho na onfe ntwen wi asomdwe mu onto ne supa ne nhira ne ngu ye so na bibia anye fine first onfe nkonkudru asomdwe bibia be ye fine na ye di nkomo openi. It's a topic I think that nanka ye nyina susu say ye treat him anasi, but in see it keeps on coming and coming and coming, especially as we see we I feel the weekend ba clubs never bought matches until coaches call pressure ahead of games, team players call dance and trophy ni adwuma yi and said ye pay questions bu say kwaku virus mo na afofo no be call I may put two questions to you. I put it to you. Said, I know what the command did Dramania 4 minutes, no, in Chile. I put it to you. Jose Mourinho, Vinicius Jr., Gianluca Cristiani, and a lot of coaches are talking, a lot of coaches are speaking. And conform you, I will need my heart. And it was Chelsea's Liam Rossignon. But my time I didn't come on to already I made the best carpet nasi. I've heard Pep Guardiola and in Aquada Vincent Company, Omonkomo, and a Mate Benny McCarthy, baby, or media Kwakura, I come a comment here and I'm a go back into the racism comment, Yakwaku di Honkomo. But me prep me home to come into Sansamna, me Babekana, then I've seen a story. Story na Mahuno, say, FIFA. President Gianni, the FIFA token. The FIFA coin, and I say token we are. They run into the World Cup. Now say the more kind of say cryptocurrency, right? They back into World Cup. Now see now amount for about 3D. They run into matches. They will get time to talk about that one. But another buying, I wanted to read much about it to see how I echo. And not a lot of backlash. People believe that reference Gianni Infantino now are turning into a political person. The all yenina, the all yenina is being driven by Donald Trump. I sentence him more into political chaos. And Trump, a Korea one, command Donald Trump. Still, if you are seeing in Antiase, Ononkwane Tiase, Sanko Monedao. Now, San Semnebaya Yedi did you Honkomona, and and kofuko bi de omo petition omo sem ababonte omo say papa fuemienu a omo da screen you see omo report to omo wo ICC complaint omo sem nyina ne say Gianni Infantino any UEFA president Alexander Sheffrin you say Palestine for ne say enkofo wi omo ye nyaatwemfo omo ye nkofo a omo eboa edi war any crimes are echoes we say. No must submit 120 pages document. The highest court we as the high one Netherlands. Among 7, they call 16th of February, and the date is and then 20th, right? 20th. The 4 days ago, and a case now when you try to read Adena Abana, I'll try and read the pages but a formal complaint, a 120-page document filed by an advocacy group, Irish Sports for Palestine, Scottish Sport for Palestine, Justice for Peace Advocate, and the 120 pages document, called the Hague, the highest court we are say one Netherlands. Almost to say papa for me and one, you didn't kind Edward Mufoni tools, or young Kofua, almost share and I'm a war any crimes be air course baby. Now, Commander, I must send me a theatre. Now bring the statement out. What they told us to see. Let's read from Omo complain. Among some Omo Ekana, where UEFA de no me wi amba be ka UEFA give me the other one kofo ne complain akasa yes into omasama oma submit e dia komo say the allegations focus on FIFA and UEFA's inclusion of Israel football clubs based in illegal settlement on occupied Palestinian territory that were built on land stolen from Palestinian people. FIFA and UEFA permit these clubs to play in leagues organized by Israel Football Association and host matches on seized land, the statement added. They also provided financial and structural support to settlement clubs, some of which have played in UEFA organized competitions. Among some of them, the woman who drew Pabi and Matudia, almost some said, the NTA almost say Gianni Infantino. Any Alexander Chaplin, Ayan Kofua, Omo the war crimes are echoes will be say. My clubs be a Omu free Israel, Omu base, Ewan Sassis be a Omu to the Palestinian for Sassi. Israel for no famra coins to Sabi, Omu the 2 years of Musem, and no Makunku amount for just assassin, a hot and as uncle for ni busy. FIFA more coin, UEFA sanctioned games. Any game be a sanctioned by UEFA is approved by FIFA. At our Ghana, the Yabo Habiana, a approved a organized competition, a approved by CAF and then the superior body a FIFA. It is a UEFA competition, it is approved. So, FIFA and Jan to say we make FIFA powers are a bro, the UEFA is until Omudu and Wabum. Almost saying, Mama home crime as uncle for again. UEFA any FIFA provided financial and structural support for such clubs no because of nearma echoes so omukrom nintia na ABOU amonya too much settle no FIFA ni UEFA for assign boss teams financially into omusu say enkofo we enkofo a nearma echoes no ensem fata enye eba ni senti na FIFA ni UEFA ta omatinti aye mo musika eba ni senti ni ya mo omokwan omo ebo organized competition na UEFA any FIFA and Sasha say now give me UEFA statement as it stands now. FIFA and respond but UEFA for respond. For UEFA statement now, what they told us, bring that one. UEFA for statement on what they are about until almost AU on one production. When you're the quick now, young queen in my brain go. UEFA statement on what they are now. UEFA saying the accusation against our president are sensational as they are unsubstantiated, and we regret the predictable sensationalism surrounding them. Our position has always been clear. We stand for sports and humanity, not politics, and our actions speaks louder than any populist headlines. We will not dignify these claims with any further comment. Facts belong in the proper institution, not on platform desperate for clicks. UEFA response or the Albany. Now, as some say, and Kofuin Sama or Mokan, fighting for Palestinian for interest in quantity or more air casa. And Yenjai or Massam Israel for years. But as some say, I am Tokwana see. Among me of which a real majority to say Israel for to the Palestinian force. Gaza hon and Sassi or more than no media. And yet no no Pep Guardiola Mudo man over 2 man no mudi common. Na Pep Eka near mana Ecosuna, a yen and one was a year so be a year on Kebi because our TV already articles no who near ma Ecosun Quadanke to Amonia ye ku almost say but nobody is speaking for them. Nobody is preaching for them. Now say Krokofa omwe di gu ni komu any ade. Saa near many in Ecosu UEFA ye Israel for the clubs egususi aka European competition. Omu teams no yamam kwa mbo European way. World Cup ye ni omu free. At then the FIFA to Israel for Israel clubs Asia can UEFA competitions. Because Israel was the backing of Donald Trump. Assembly in on 88 year. Israel was the backing of Donald Trump. And to Trump be too powerful say and Kofona or tie or machin so more near ma enyimpa obi entimka. That is why they are accusing UEFA president and FIFA and yes said ABOU UEFA president and FIFA president atam sikabi dia kwa koma Israel for no but they believe that Mona moye the superior body exactly moye superior body they told Russia for nintia mo say Russia for attack Ukraine and more expel Russian clubs even players are not move free Russia say be ombenya move e dey other countries na a problem e ba ni say na the same thing I see Israel any Palestine tema Israel for clubs ne mama mo kwa mo musi akan adentia se mo nhia chiri mo ne interest bu o ma adan na mra na mo di Russia for no mo fa the same mra emfandi omaya friends Israel that is omu claim the reason why they believe that empenifo you eta omachi Now, Commander, the man command here, the Emma who's a we keep on saying this every day. Say, Obrana Yemon, it is about interest.
Sir.
Commander, it will be our interest. The Ababu will show interest. A woman, a paramount. You take decisions based on a Niema Ebe Fever. Virus ever share me interest. Measure me interest. Obi share interest. Into when you get common group, and I say a group of people together, doing something together, a common idea. It means that our common goals are common interest. If there is no interest, nobody cares. Last time, Benfica issue by a in common. Some common na media, but I'm building something. Here, in common, Kweku said something here. Say the hypocrisy a one we are saying. A somber so. Say emfa one. Why do you also win answer? I don't know emfa say. But a be pure. Then you try to say something to defend something. Now, baby, I'm a farm. I say me free by any other. Give me Pep Guardiola video now, media mama. We are building something. We are not media can't maybe see, maybe I'm sharing common. Listen to Pep Guardiola. Think about 1 minute 15 seconds. Whoever is watching us, pay attention to Pep Guardiola. Name some now about and yama a course racism common.
In the Benfica and Real Madrid match, on the pitch and on the stands, what happened to Vinicius? You have said here several times that football is an expression of society. It's not an isolated bubble. What are your thoughts when you saw what happened?
I said the week before. Not for who you were born or for color of skin make us better or worse. There's a lot of work to do. So it's in the society, it's not in football. So racism is everywhere. You pretend that racism is just for the color of the skin. It's how you behave. It's racism. It's how you pretend that you are better than the other one just for many reasons, you know?
Do you think football has tools in place to try to does it
schools pay a lot of the teachers. That is a person that must be paid in the schools, not in the football. The teachers and the doctors has to be the best, the most important people in the society, for sure, by far.
Pep Guardiola say, racism na yedi home common. It is not about color alone. We nipa koko, we nipa tuntum. Ya channel, ya adwini na chunk of your thinking is when we talk about racism, about the color.
So we tuntum, we koko.
There be. Chana ya adwini, but Obisha baby are free. Ethnicity, where you belong to, the powers are a do a cheap. It all forms part of racism. They are told Russia for because you put him and then in call for if we Russian clubs na free. Roman Abramovich, ne bone ya no why saying, but ne Japan dey Chelsea ahwere no.
Misika kraso na.
Misika kam ne nsanka. But they drew Israel for the years because Donald Trump the tie o machinti. E wiase aye din. America the tie o machi. America are too powerful say. Nobody dare touch them. It's also part of racism. A racism no. Say Israel for ye na nya, said ye didi Russia na yemfandi Israel. Palestine ye na nya, said ye didi o na yemfandi we mu. E na wo ka kire say Sanjwani ni busa ne say ususu say football the two ye betimi dey two racism na say na no say there be. Football ye betimi use, but commander ye start to use football say ye dey preach against racism how many years ni? Ya successful na.
There be. A check.
Day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month, Afibia, we keep getting racism. Now, when you go back to Vincent Company, the voice now, we have presentation, oh boy, now. Also, Pekin, near Mammy and Son. And a different. So, for San near Mammy and Son, who did you see nearby be free? And the Pep Guardiola, some now, all can say racism, no. I've grown a bit me, but I've grown into me to us permanently. How do we eradicate racism? Now, Vincent Company Catherine say, Mourinho some okay, the entire and say Mourinho say, or generalize assembly say, Portuguese one and our Benfica team, the greatest ever to have played for Benfica. Eusebio. He's a black man. Yabedi san kono ha ndra ni ndra chi nyina. But assembly say, Nobody talked about Benfica. Obi and who are not all Benfica now say the supporters. The subject here is Vinicius Jr. and Gianluca Cristiani. Until when you address that one. How sure are you? The question company is how sure are you? Say you save your time, baby, your travel cost is here kind of abuse. Those days, not social media and to send it. Things do not travel that fast to send any travel. How sure are we? Say, hey, be you save you pono. You abuse it then by your auntie. Individual will be answer the coin address issue will be all crap. Obe can be at no better but don't fee. Or you used to. Obi so better or be reacting to you save you can be them. But or you 12 guy or thick skin to one reacting. And I anti cameras and capture. But then I go be a ye and the cameras not a dogs, the echoes be a take me back to Pep Guardiola. Or say football into to us here.
Until say mechanism Benny
Pep say yen shall see and yen how to eradicate racism and from feeling quite dynamic school. That is the only way we'll be able to win this.
So it should be a subject and now say a topic.
It should be a topic or a subject on its own, whichever way we want to put it. Educate me say racism not semene ba na ye di nkoma. If you've not experienced that before, you might think that they be a obi pekasa na oyewe. But me, I've seen it left, right, center. Ghana here, RT. I've seen it countless times. Me did the same.
Abi.
Into me did now hear me free him.
We're Muslim.
No, put religion aside. Let's deal about tribe and name. I don't want to talk about religion. Oh, hear me dear me free. I'll be from the northern parts,
yeah.
So now mostly I'll be paying first.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll be paying if I say ABA or this route or that route no. Or minor yet in now na kwaku say hypocrisy na ewo soro no and say obi timi siawo or te wudi mpo a na adwen say oh we di ana yenti kro yenka say ana we tani say asantini say bononi say fantini say yenyusu sa na man fandi en watem is it not racism nan say banta ben na enko so internet no so between two regions ewo man ya etimi me say na anu aye hwe kotokoni aduana e baba yara ye bo first half we ya me see from say me kwa kwesalla me were hoye the kind of words some people were saying to omo ankasa omu nuamo Ghana fo me yam shame. I ask myself say where are we going?
Na referee stadium babiala mene abuti now even that tech student na omo be shi jama
yeah
ba ko se ofri brekum na ba ko su free Mase. And we some
words they were telling some of the Adriana supporters. And I'm some I will not want to repeat. Agumba Alex Wachi. So free Kuma. But born or board man. The supporters are not Musheni Jesse. Ebimu dia kwadana tamama ni nnuane beka say ye free krom ha ye ne mu nyina na e de free ha o eye bra no wo bo no wakoduo men jai me nnua enkoso but mun jai de mo ye me jina na me hwedi saa nso na okọ ehọ nso a you get people so insulting the people from the other side. Enti racism no it's not about say abrofo ne abibifo nko an na de ya nkase ye ho ye so it should be something else you study with school ne ye nkire say it has no place in our society. May say I've been in the mix. I experience it left, right, center. I've been in the mix of abrofo. I say my account had I'll repeat. Commander me full train with abrofo. Broni ba ni bedu on meti. Te say baby akwakuti. Seat a ewo ho a eyenes e o mimi seat ni e say baby amiti. Ah obetena me nchen because I am black. Ontena me nchen. And the omo be ye action atrew am wo hu say wo kala ninti and one person obeben wo me I have that thick skin racially you can never nobody can abuse me racially. You know why? I've come a long way to understand this thing. It's only losers say we can say omo ye cowards. It's only cowards who abuse somebody racially. The one you bring that one I will attack you a certain way that you will not be comfortable. You know what I did? Me sorry free me seat na mete so na ekọ eben no. Wantimi angina beye tisenka be bia woti but na also onante ya akofa you will not be comfortable. You want to abuse me, I will abuse you either. Yes. Yakofro what's the name? Left. Okay. Na yako baby. Me Vincent and Fatty Skinny. Okay. You know Fatty Skinny. Those days no engines or America. Okay. There were 3 white people, Germans. They were one of their games. Now, yebe na Fatty Skinny say, "Oh, kona musa answer." I don't say, "We mo mu ya bro, fu mu onu mu mu ana omo twetwe omo." They behave as if onye nipa ntu. Ye man nko. Next one never na ya for na Skinny. Nobody is human superior than other. Let's enter the lift. They were uncomfortable, they left. The next one, I'm afraid, you will not win over me. That is who I am. And he said, yeah, this education, they say, be strong. Let nobody bully you. Make Obeshi, I mean, I catch them and say, and now we 10 years, says here, the American on the next time we should be free that part. Let's learn to associate ourselves with everybody. Let's learn to accommodate people from diverse backgrounds. Do you have power over that? You have nothing. Me papa 50-something years or 40-something years, time I wasn't in assistance. So how did Yahoo free Ghana, Yahoo free Germany? Nipa no to me also. Why can't we accommodate each other? Say, we are saying about think about this. Commander think na yakakasa ba we are saying yakakasa ba. The same language. So let us all learn. So I agree with Pep Guardiola 100%. Eyimune doso. Ball no kwa agro na park no so yentimi wini. Just say start teaching nkwada no. From classroom ye omo nkwada be say look, unua nie nipa ye nyina and I will not believe us again. Bible no Quran ya ja doctrine na to ana. In the Bible it states say Nyankopon bo wi aso bo Adam and obebo Eve anameboa. In the Quran, Adam and Hawa with the same Eve now. Omumi no started procreation. I want to so into a massing you free by where they hate, where they discriminatory comment, where and some asset I am superior, we are inferior. What that and family sika or cock or tribe away. I guess na we bedroom and chance heat sheet back person or dana what? Yeah. Opa 10 you see still like the 10 inches and still one sheet. I say now that and family who you are or tribe who sika who are yes you be see you nyina ye be wako. Let's try to accommodate. Let's try to be sociable. Na ye nuamo ntena as anuanom. That is the best way. Ebebu nyina na mo say you folks if FIFA for say say omoye akwani did is Jean-Luc Christiani the Christiani law. Yeah. Obi nya the body me yemfa ni di ntombra so. Who disagree with them? No, if they want to bring Embrana, it's okay, but it should not be called Christiani law. It shouldn't. And I am in support 200%. Almost Kotoka Airport, International Airport. A DB on person I'm in support. Why should our national airport be Kotoka? You bet me a friend issue and can any Vinicius law. That's fine. Rather than Christianity, sabi se nipa na ye say ono na deans in munu and then be aye money na bossman rule pushcars one kofo edo mu din ato they made something meaningful a yard but where the enye jad no say di mo na kotomra no so. I am in support of Emran say be aye famra say obi abuse obi racially e wa agro so e be 1 year 2 years until there should be a law, but that law should not be called the Christianity law. It does not make sense. Me da say Habib, the special one out in Kano. Melvin Lewis, or say the special one, I don't agree with your suggestion regarding Israel, Palestine, FIFA, and UEFA.
did anyone write to FIFA or the Asian Football Confederation requesting that Palestinian teams or the Palestine national team be banned after the October 7 attack on Israel? Father Friday Akresi, also lazy blogger, also thank you Abu Dhabi, Luther King, Habib and Varas. That's a Bismarck upon issue. Good afternoon. I'm watching live from Asante Achem Tokwai. More update from Barcelona. Emmanuel Agbeto, Hala Madrid. Emmanuel Agbeto be Osaha Fakye TV. Imam from Pokuase. Way free Akom Joshua, Hala Madrid. Emil Smith. More update on Black Queens and Black Stars. Sasso Ena Odia Basse update on United. Richard Richie Rich. What was the reason behind Arsenal playing on Wednesday and this weekend whilst no team played? I'm a Liverpool fan, but I want Arsenal to win because City is tormenting us. Okay. Well, so Kofi Ajeman Blackman, good afternoon. It's Lexicon, watching live from Giasekan. Oti Regent, greetings to all Red Lions Foundation members. Nadia Ode Abanon. Ben Fancy Seria, Benjin Fancy. Heart of Folk will massacre Brekum Chelsea Fala. Phobia, Yankokwaman, greetings to Okumkom MC Achuman Wabiaja South. Anane Kunsu Kajokro, MON-FRI. Battles, Walker. Good afternoon, Father Sports. You are doing a great job. More updates on Manchester United and Real Madrid. Luther King, Papa, more fire. No edify Akano inside Takwa Bremai. Isifu Al Amen, Amen. No. And a Starboy watching the show live and clear at our Fumem Airport. Champion ABOU, more fire. Okay. Reverend Obofo Jr., good afternoon, Father Sports. Watching the show live from Oboa. More update on Manchester United. Nedia or Dia Banono. A lot of them now by WhatsApp, audio fire back in kind, South Facebook back in kind. As time goes by, it be for a crack, Edama. Punchman. Big boss, Abba.
My baby dress in Primuna, the Atimaya fine. Serious night, you know. Or more over 2.9. Yama Wakaba.
There are there so do Makwabi.
You were Ghana for much to Kawan on ya. Montero with you more Ghana. Yama would now cover. And so to
be specific.
Oh, say, Kona Midi, watching I say no.
The other buyer, so we are actually you who
your child didn't go was in Crabia or be flat man on there. What about Baba Fine program?
Who generalize it to be a
Obio 2 coin or Yamana Kwaba. That's my making. We can't go there.
I know you make a
mechanic. We are no back and can't be the woman I didn't go on. Say, wow, 2 coin piano. Yamana Kwaba. Dino. Sabe Pepin is it here. A be by year joining in what I've always maintained. When it comes to these things, I am in spending much on it because they are who crown. They are worse off to be who some folk who no money have brain no more kana ya should be necessary because I never corner we na Okwaku never be akwaku you abuse will be racially. Or palm, Yadom palm. A hard so means a me, baby, I'm free no me number for par free.
Okay.
Me the be able to me wa ha my baba my tabam because nipa no we are no inai nipa bako. You know, tap pepe in the city. Musa, oh yeah, but the moment near this answer and some who know Vincent Company.
Okay.
I am to see about black players, I am ambassador. Me and I'm this hard in a man.
I didn't yeah.
Who have baby aqua could do never be a Jumana. He needs to be the ambassador.
Yeah. Because open crofaba quanka, you knew say Rachel or me German. And no buyer meaning to move for Niagro. But a night a black man, Ninjivri, and yes a Congo as a yeah. Indeed, if Obio free Saba become coach, but Champions League with Vincent Company, we are made because a black man and I just a trophy with a team that's a European clubs no more because of Habib Bay, Olympic Marseille.
It should be something that in 19 teams back. Now, see anyone. You need to feel proud of our color new. Can I say, I'm a sit here? There be a Mitran Macasame. so to speak, respect to be about more so many senior journalists that be able to break on
or disagree with them.
But Omono disagree on Macas or no more contour. I mean, put in
Ghana class there. So be chow now or you been a castle.
Yes, some people in Accra, you call Afcon. Or no more. And I'm catching Domoyano, Domu 77 domain is a moon. I don't care who you are, but you are stepping on toes. I'll tell you my mind. That is the kind of person I'm here. It will be our customer controversial, be a troublesome, but no customer is there, no cray, no cray. You ain't mean that. I like the way was he putting your money, but my respect, you know, a man who say improvement coaches in Chedenia, now coaches in a tactics and qua. Because he would in common, he was careful. Choosing the words carefully at a point in time.
For the sake of Obia Fin, what joining you take a crack.
Okay.
And some
organization, Jose Mourinho, who attacks the character of Vinicius Jr. by bringing in the type of celebration to discredit what Vinicius is doing in this moment. And for me, in terms of leadership, it's a huge mistake. And it's something that we should not accept. So I'm very clear on that. On top of it, he mentions the name of Eusebio to say that Benfica cannot be racist because the best player in the history of Benfica is Eusebio. You know what black players had to go through in the 1960s? Was he there to travel with Eusebio every away game? When he went to every place in Europe? Probably at the time, because my dad is a black person from the 1960s also who made his way. Probably at the time, the only option they had is to be quiet and to say nothing and to be above it and to be 10 times better, to get a little bit of credit and people say, actually, he's good. That's Eusebio's life, probably. After the game, you have the leader of an organization, Jose Mourinho, who attacks the character of
Ricardo. Yanko. Wakan sempi na said okaso your ambassador no wa represent the black.
Why any year and looking at baby all casa free how we see and one to say or you're careful with the word with Jose Mourinho because utie in common could deep or say one any baby only Jose Mourinho aye juma e din komo and they speak so highly about Jose Mourinho. In this one any papa omun demand me cast and pan but on this issue he disagree with him and it brought us with color. The panel color.
It's also like, defended.
I like the way Vision Company, you know.
Joseph Beba Abontian Becler, he was supposed to do the press conference and therefore Benfica weekend game, but
Wama Bonten, Omusu club, no.
And the year I'm sure say weekend the Uniabo match in New York. There's a pressure about so. He has read a lot what TV
because some of the ex-footballers are not mubuni pa.
He will respond.
Lilian Tura.
Yeah.
Now no even Benny McCarthy the kind say also bepacho.
He will come out, but I'm sure he'll be a better after match and he just want to calm things down, just like he always do.
So
as the special one,
the special one, regardless what he said, I still like him. But on this one, regardless, as you know, that nothing no kind first no was something that didn't answer work because we got fast. I mean, the court 2 year, and man, he was only defending the players in the team there. But sometimes in Zebio, and I like how our colors for this didn't come on and sending Nakusia and the pep Sunday sauce on. Here we are sending now. I said, my cannas, my cannas are. And yet, Kalan Kwan and Mobile. Who is the grow yado? A man abuse your groom. In the abuse, need to be our
Russian, if I saw the family.
Of course,
Yankasi home crowd.
All who abuse here are Kwaku Diabine, I Minia, the special one. The BI abuse you, oh, Gruma. The BI abuse you. We don't make a kind of one for so movie are. Send Combeco Street. We are going to talk to any abuse. Abuse Libya. So what I say, and to you enjoy abuse. What you can, that is the gospel truth. So what you say? The corner to me there. You pump penocre. Dear man, ever cost you say, yeah, but you say more, you know, the why and what to me, I am a baby to me, I come on. Now, what your story be about? A year, Basuna for open number 9. I know, say Hurricane.
Also sports project now. We are doing everything possible.
But Hurricane will be the one that I will root for. Yes. He's one that or take box be a Barcelona here in a modern number 9. They are planning life after Lewandowski. Yeah. And so share or more do a common nana. So over top player and as over to Bibia, you think about your budget. Minya Honda Civic can make you pa, minya Honda could make you, but my budget didn't grow. I can't do it. They met my no yes, I'm getting Gitiana met me there day at the end. But minya no one can pay. Bassanya, Kebianca, a year you can on bepe. Maybe a Honda CIV on bepe. But almost can't do. And so share Julian Alvarez no more can answer now. A let go of one will not take less than maybe 150 or 200.
Oh, Arsenal crass, international echo you. But Fanamfa.
Aha. You know, you need to cover a lot of money to pay Abraham to get him out of a year. A let go Marie for one. This is a guy that told him 2027 walk on. They can get him for around 65 million.
And Bamuchin, we shouldn't forget, say, on my red or my open talks with him. Say on person before say walk up from so no my way.
So her sporting wise, any wanting to be a person that Rebecca say brand obodo a certain stage, obo brand do year, na me a Hurricane, na me a Bobaya Minik. I've lived my life out Germany. My Bobo on the Mabaya Minik are more goals or here. Na Sebasa come calling. I would definitely switch to Barcelona. The Intiani say Germany, I've done my bit. Okay. I'll go and do my bit by Spain, and probably will come and end with Manchester United or Liverpool in England. What my year doing? He's a modern day striker. He's a finisher, and aside Sanemanini, he's one person that Obetinia Boa, a liberator, a branch of Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, and even Pedri, because the style of number 9 now, he's not a static number 9. Into a more two TV so Gina home and saying I'll go for a branch of Hurricane. Game 10 said, or you tried and tested. Over 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Debian the one farm of crown 20 plus goals. He started from Tottenham. Yeah. Look at Tottenham Hotspur and how he competed for league titles. But consistently he gave goals. He went to Bayern Munich, he's giving goals. He will come to Barcelona and he will give goals. So if you look at him, and he will be 32, 33 when Obekia joining Barcelona as Omfana. He will be able to give them like 5 to 6 years. But that time, Barca will be able to buy whoever they want to buy. So I think for Hurricane, if Barca decide to go for Hurricane, if they want to bring him, the performance of what they did over the years, the performance he is giving Bayern Munich currently, and then I think that he is the best belt for Team MON-FRI in Barcelona. But there are a lot of more aside performance, or scoring goals, helping other players to make sure someone performing. He is also a leader. Looking at Barca team, and Kolani Dawson. So far, goalkeeper and air banana, you get a lot of Nkola. So say, a rare friend of Lewandowski, a free team. Now Hurricane Bechimoa. This is a person that is a leader. He's the number 9 for England and the captain for English national team. Look at the performance at Bayern Munich. So he will bring you goals, he will bring you leadership, and a lot of things are here in a person. So I think that Barca here will be here number 9. I'm never be here demand their more. They will may think of Nipo more years near the day. But thinking about years, thinking about your current state and the budget that are available for you.
Yeah, someone can make a budget,
Budget,
Until someone will be free because Barca shall send Vlahovic. Best and you see almost sign Marcus Thuram.
Vlahovic a cat.
Juve Vlahovic
A cat.
Sir.
Oh, now we can ha. From Partizan Belgrade more, Beuramu of Fiorentina, Beuramu of Juventus. He shows that you can't trust him until more consistent performance. Until Vlahovic, any the way I will see born, the passing how I will see any man on Fete Barca system.
Barca here ball playing number 9.
That is what a wow. So when you ball playing number 9, when you shake crown, a first touch and no pass, perfect. Your players you are, they are not cut for some teams. And as a Barca here number 9 said then Krana, they were never going to go in for a branch of Lukaku. Because Lukaku's style of play and fit Barcelona. And maybe now talk about Vlahovic. I don't see the style of fitting Barcelona system. Julian Alvarez is a perfect fit, but Nisikano is something that is more day. You may not be able to afford it currently because of how Atletico for the bepe. But Harry Kane 65 a year. So mia 65 maybe about beating. And he's going to give them everything on bepe in Vlahovic and Abrante and Julian Alvarez. And we tried and tested. Only as he's the one we tried and tested. He scored goals, Baby Wakubia at the World Cup, at the Euros, in the Champions League, in the Premier League, in the Bundesliga. He's tried and tested. So I think that he's one person that Basanyana, Ebeboa, Ama, Nyoma, and so to me at to the and if they're going for him, I think that Ebe best. About your friend Matthias Cunha say some more barbers who are more Rubin Amarina Basu.
So they're very grateful to Amorim
because he thinks on also 8 million no makakra any my team friend Manchester United. You can't say the current happenings Manchester United is saying na no de be carry 5 games we winning 4 and one draw back. It no be toso 4 but somebody gave the foundation. Though foundation was shaky. Foundation was not strong.
So recruitment.
Yes. And if you look at Neomana or Kana, you agree with him to a certain point. But so when you park and so 73 let me say obey no be free Manchester United team. When you are there and you are too comfortable, say you are Manchester United's player and nothing can happen to you in the lineup. Obamu said there be. Amorim who say you need to fight for your place in the lineup. At a point in time, you will be Bruno Fernandes grab boy. You Ganacho hun sensem yehu Marcus Rashford hun sensem omuna yehu do de so o man no be cleared my Manchester United and I think that I love people that omoye grateful no more nkaye because any recruitment and am brand team Manchester United so if not for anything you need to remember somebody so you be amawa you mention his name so I think that a good one ni na kan obi na nti atolo bia nse bi want me nka senka o opani tu kwan ba yi kani na ka wetima ka wunsem ba opadi ba whether no waka otu kwan ba yan se ni na no na me de yakọ de ba and I like people that are very grateful to people you know Kunya de na can I think is a good one and Manchester United players no if not for anything the omaye no more money is wo they should make sure say omenya Champions League qualification about Manchester United. And Carrick talked about him continuing as Manchester United manager or not. He is only enjoying the moment. And when you least expect, when you're disappointing, be brave, and I didn't see it. So I think that he is managing the expectations. He is managing that be a Manchester United team and confirming and say 1 year or more manager after season the end. So whatever happens, already occur. But I think that currently the job he is doing with Manchester United, if he is to continue near baby season, Manchester United are finishing in the first 4. Manchester United performance F, playing Bibiana Yadia Kama. Carrick will be looked at a manager that some 2-1 as a team say what league can approach Michael Carrick and say, with the job you did at Manchester United, come and help us. And I think that what Tron is here. And with the job he's doing at Manchester United,
even Spurs behind the scenes, Spurs
that is a good one. Until all that he needs to do is to make sure say, whoever Manchester United I finish will be Papa. We are the Akachin and the betting Yaba. I think that a good one. He's doing well at Manchester United, and at the end of the season, so want to know. I think so. Being a Papa and sweating.
May I say Ricardo Varas now telling Canada Fatter Sports. This is your boy, Rich Code from Brekum, Senase. Please ask Varas for me that. Is it true that currently Mbappe is the best player in the world? Okay. Obey you alone. Well, so say good afternoon, Fakye TV. I am a true Emmanuel from Takwa in Suta. Is it true that Nigeria has won the protest against Congo? Have you watched Visa?
Ruling in your mind.
Rolling my good afternoon. Also, I'm watching you live from Boko West, Zabila. I want to say shout out to all Manchester United fans across, and also say well done, good job done to you guys. Okay, yeah, that's it. So and we swear or say good evening, guys. My name is Man City, and you win 3-1 against Newcastle. And our own brother will score 2 goals on the match day. Okay. So Man City the other banana. Hi, Fakye Sports. Kofi Lil from Nkranzabunu East. I still have believed that Arsenal will win the EPL this season. Nedia Odiabana, inshallah, bebum. Fakye Sports, good afternoon. I'm King Pilato from Offenso, Hala Madrid. Heat, and Odiaba, and a Punisher go. So, can you please stop talking about the local stories and focus on the foreign stories only? Because it is not attractive anymore. Or say, I'm in support with Habib. The law shouldn't be named after a Christiani from Sir Lampard inside Jukwa Domiabra in the central region. Jukwa. Good afternoon. You have a powerful crew. Yeah, that's a power. Way free Gaucho be and Quanta. Gaucho, prophet, no. Eya kachire busa mane hame eda bia na wona me konsa me ha bududo I say it's your boy Tommy Lee. Good afternoon, Fakye Sports. I'm watching you live from Nkoko. More update on Morgan Gibbs White. Okay, who play on favorite player. Hey, Kwakuvaras is not a good person. Why will you bring DIABY and Habib in this conversation? In this conversation, I'm still laughing. From Harris Nyako inside Georgia. Well, a good evening. Watching you live from Bolgatanga. My name is Buklong. Greetings to all Madrid fans. Buklong, so they are also Ede Abba Enono. And we saw was a good evening. Habib should be very careful with his submission. The two examples that he used, he mentioned Ashantis. One, the Adrianus one. Second, he said, you can meet me and said 10. Nordness called Asante. Asante's here. Okay. Hi, Fakye TV. I need an update from Barcelona. Okay, yate. You did my pass the also Tibiano already when you're at dada. We so Man City, the Maya Mojuma Kakra Ewaha. And we also good afternoon, Lutakin. Please let me also break it down and touch it down here for you too. There are over 5 black first team players in the Madrid squad right now. So why is it always about Vini? Vini is a super player and every team would love to have him. His style of irritating to opposition fans, and he drives much in chaos. That is why he provokes his opponent always to get the best out of himself. Even in his own team, I remember Benzema told them not to pass the ball to Vini. It created chaos, and we all saw how Vini benefited from that. Vini provocation doesn't merit anyone to call him out racially. That is totally wrong. For blacks, we won't say anything to the whites now. Blacks will gradually take over football with time. Now, the star boys in most big teams are blacks. Just check and see. Barcelona, Lamine Yamal. Madrid, Mbappe. Milan, Leao. PSG, Dembele. Liverpool, Salah. The list goes on and on. Vini should just make money and go home because the team he is even fighting for will neglect him when he dips in form. From Bra Kwame Akantara inside Sunyani Odumase. And I this our message we Ede Abba. Hi, good afternoon, boss. I'm Kwesi Memphis from Efidiase. I think that Gadwala is saying, what Gadwala is saying is right. Football only can't stand against racism, but we need to preach it at church, teach it at school. Any form of social gathering, we need to talk about it. And no idea, also idea about. We so say, good afternoon, Ken. Abra Sandy in Sudan Regional Hospital. Vini Jr. deserves whatever happens to him. Whenever he puts on that Real Madrid shirt, he probably talks about titles, especially when he sees an Argentine. Everything seemed to end with Madrid trophies, but the World Cup, that's one title he may never touch in a Brazil jersey, just like Otamendi reminded him. ɛno ɛyɛ abena Sunday ɛna ɛde aba yɛmfa nsia ne na yɛ ho yɛ ba yɛde afisam ɛbɛto aso ɛde ama mo.
Sports. This is sports.
emamo e Fakye TV so Shannon say 5:45 na be sorry enkonwa so ne mom e be ka be smadu amadwumadi na bana wie ya wo akwanya so be frɛ na odo adwen kyeraba nsam no yen sha semfri majority leader e parliament owura frɛ no mama ayarega wɔso bɛsrɛ ɛsɛ Ghana wɔse nya private fund said the bear you between the supporters akopie mu America na omakɔ support Black Stars players no na ye ja players no kwane ka sika niwa ombe de akɔ na omobobo no kra hwam ne beto enwom ahye omo animonyam na omoto omo ni stance ma hwan na omo ni beto nanim nto obɛsrɛ ɛsɛ mpanyimfo ne aban ne nkamom na omo nkɔpɛ sika bi mfiri baabi na omo mfam fly supporters nkopie mu America yenti majority leader.
But we all know that the team alone cannot just go and then participate and come back. The team does well based on a certain atmosphere. And so there's a need to create an enabling atmosphere in the country where the team is participating in the tournament for them to be able to deliver. I recall, Mr. Speaker, that when I was sports minister and we went to Equatorial Guinea for the African Cup of Nations, I had to commit a few days before the tournament to travel to some of the major cities in Equatorial Guinea to meet the Ghanaian community and convince them to leave their work and travel from the cities that they were working to Malabo and Mongomo, where we were playing. We also played in I think another city, 3 cities. And when they are going, you will have to provide buses at the barest minimum, and then you will have to pay the tickets for them. A man is sitting doing his work in some city, you say you should leave and come and support Ghanaians because you are not able to ferry Ghanaians all the way from Ghana to come and support. So you want to count on the small contingent of Ghanaians who are in that country to at least show up at the stadium to support. It will cost you money, whichever way, no matter what sacrifices they choose to make, you will still have to spend some money. It might even be necessary to support our, supporters unions to go there. But the Commission's report says state funds should not be used for such activities. Very commendable position because of the abuses that we saw in the past. So we have to resort to raising funds through other channels to be able to support the Black Stars, create an atmosphere in the various stadia where they will be playing in order to spur them on.
And you sama ko Ghana mrashe bedwafia majority leader Mahama Ayarega eso be stress private funding said be ya yibetimi e de supporters akon wa chirichirim imrebe sports minister Equatorial Guinea 2012 AFCON okoye normal okofa mu without air supporters and odibi tumpanyimfo anim na wohwe yewura Sami Awuku Akwapem North MP ono so oyemrashe bedwane Osi sika de dwetade minibi nemom owo nimdie ni nyansa obetimi di aboa osi se ba Ghana sports fan na eno no individual nkoan intimemwa with donations nemom stakeholders and corporate Ghana any media ebetimi aboa yinti MP Sami Awuku
and maintenance. Again, I believe when all sectors of our economy, from farmers to bankers to insurance institutions and all that are involved, including our cocoa farmers when they also have what they are supposed to get. Each and every one can generously contribute towards this. But the last point that I would like to make and also emphasize on is that it cannot be driven by just individual donations. That will not be sustainable because the expectations from the sports fraternity, Mr. Speaker, is quite huge. And the task ahead for the Honorable Minister, for me, will be to work hand in hand with all the stakeholders that I've discussed with him too in confidence. And I believe that in sharing that with the broader face of our country, people will find it much more engaging, get the media involved, get corporate Ghana involved, and get the various stakeholders that can help drive it. But on this note, I want to commend him for this statement, and we believe that all of us are here to support him in this direction. Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Speaker, silver and gold I have none, but I have ideas to contribute. Thank you very much.
Honorable Sami Awuku MP Akuapem North or Sikano Gete de Minibi. Name Nyansa Nimdiani Agene de Etao Dewa Obetimi de Aboa. Na Abasa Sports Fund na Old Tafo MP. Honorable Vincent Eko Asafua what describe say Sports Fund as one of the most significant developmental Ghana sports as well. Now, already concerns about the long-term sustainability and maintenance culture. You say about Ghana sports infrastructure. What
that means is that we do not want this law to risk being just a passed legislation without proper execution, without being able to rake in funds to support the sports fund. And so I will use this opportunity to call on all well-meaning Ghanaians to be able to support the fund. Secondly, Right Honorable Speaker, just about some 2-3 weeks ago, the committee also visited all the infrastructure that we have as far as the sports fraternity is concerned. We came to the Accra Sports Stadium, we went to the Boteman. Mr. Speaker, it was an eyesore. Maintenance culture at our various sports infrastructure is so bad to the extent that as parliamentarians, as committee members, as people who are part of policy making and, if you like, supporting policy makers, we have every responsibility to be able to support the minister and the sports ministry to be able to reach funds in terms of having a strategic fund to be able to maintain all our sports infrastructure across the country.
Sama Otafo MP Honorable Vincent Ekwasefua eso editu dwase no kwani nyamyanim nie South Sports Fund we dey one of the most significant development Ghana sports no enya na emom kwa ebefa so ebebo ho ban ebeche mfaso beba so na no wo chirechim no owieye na MP Edma Brekum West South no ye board member Edma South Sports Fund no ye friend no Honorable Dixon Chedua Stuttgart no was see or donating 1 month's salary at the support to the Ghana Sports Fund. No.
This act is the creation of Parliament. It is therefore important that we parliamentarians will support, advocate for seed funding for this money, and also play effective oversight to ensure transparency, accountability, and management of this fund. As has been shown by the Honorable Minister, as a passionate football administrator and sports administrator, I also donate 1 month of my salary, net salary, to support this fund. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for indulging me.
I know Yankase Miano and Centroni. Stuttgart no kwabnache ene oye Honorable on ye mrase bidwani dima adehia ewo Brekum West South Sports Fund oye board member na sports minister nankasa eso akasa Honorable Kofi Adams ono so say wode ne boss mienu akatua eso eboa said the sports fund be very effective yentie sports minister.
I will donate 2 months of my salary to the Ghana Sports Fund effective February 2026. If we expect, bring everything that you have. Right Honorable Speaker, let me repeat to the hearing of those who didn't hear that in that spirit, I will donate 2 months of my salary to the Ghana Sports Fund effective February 2026. If we expect the private sector to invest,
and summer Air Sports Minister Honorable Kofi Adams at the 2 years said be or do you decamfo say why sports minister na sports fund the bit me tumpon am na krabehwa samanfo ye yibima ya doya ono so de ne boss me no akatua eso ebo asede be ya e be very effective na yanko Ghana Football Association president wo opanyine friend Ket ES wo kraku o kasa about division 2 and division 3 ni nyina se o se sika efeni investe $100,000 anom di wura division 2 division 3 levels no ni nyina se for the past 2 years we say eba football ene no ma bi o matoto e di ama division 2 for na asefo a di sika wura mu ye pa yente FA president.
We're giving the Women Division 1 League a lot more support, and when you go lower the leagues at the Division 2 level, we are investing $100,000 a year for the past 2 years in the acquisition and purchase of footballs for our Division 2 clubs and our Division 3 clubs across the country. Each RFA now receives a good amount of footballs to redistribute to our clubs. So I think that the idea to ignite passion via these strategic interventions is very clear for everybody to see. Our coast clubs, I mean, now when the kids play, they know that there are trophies to be won, there are medals to be won. There's a cash incentive for the regional champions. There are more footballs to be won. There are jerseys to be won at the coast level. Also working in partnership with KGL, we introduced the KGL U17 Interclub Champions League and now the Interregional Championship.
Open for Ket ES Okreku Edia Tuga investment omo ye Edward Division 2 and Division 3. Now, young more the Black Queens. Black Queens prepare ahead of a pink ladies cup. Now, enom the squad no Ediaba. Yawo Cynthia K. Fendem, Effie Amanyiku, Ena Yawo Rosebar, Benedict Simon, Comfort Yabua, Josephine Bonsu, Anastasia Echan, Portia Boache, Alexander Emefata, Susan Amadua, Dinah Amwako, Grace Asantua, Jennifer Kujo, Nancy Amon, Wasima Mohammed, Evelyn Badu, Chantel Boy, your Helen Alumenu, Princess Mafu, Prince La Adubia, Alice Kwisi, Stella Nyamiche, Sharon Samson, Doris Bwadua, Ajegipina Zakaria, and Abigail Kofi Kim, Omo, and Ayaton Safre Oma, Omdombe prepare head of the Pink Ladies Cup. Until I was for young Shadam Shannon said, me patcho Millennium Construction Adaroma near the Jumadi Ebro. Saso ena opa sase papa to asase a eso adwuma no edof chese yantam oto ya na wo yeso adwuma Millennium Construction. Saso ena ye wo eye Gentleman Dental Clinic wanum ebe hwam wo sibenya hoden obebo nkasa mu obekasa obesiri onipam obekasumsem eye Gentleman Dental Clinic Omadaroma ni di dwumadi ebeda wo na shanon say eba gifted icona Fakye the maiden edition baso last year afi ye sand aba de me pacho uyo bia ni munyomto uyo bia opese wi asete wonka na woni buafo yese buafo na Fakye for se brada buafo no mo bra beto nwom na otimi di nkunuma ye ma oka ye ma osika enwuma nkasa wankasa watro no o master ye recordo asan aye promotion the amount and you the gifted icon fa ho be shembi saso na edu Friday say dia Big James fashion Big J Adaroma na ono so taye chame di dwumadi aba beda wo Big James ntade papa obepam kama dia so program bia se okọ beboa ma bia so atimi aye fine and a Royal Edge for some control say omo de so far yam fa nipa ntu kwan kopa adwuma ma nya de omo ye number 1 guda na say 27 February ya de say any 26 February ombe recruitment man mema ni nya so mpe moto riders omo de mo ko Dubai mo kwa kutwi moto for delivery baby abeda ye kwa medical treatment kwa wadidiem kwa transportation kwa o salary the offer from crane 9,000 90 million and kaniska the also say 15,000 tifa ujim na bia so enye kama emfa ema na me pacho sanon say medical catch the ese ne de urama best brain publications Ghana one a Cora Sports Consult Limited na collaborate so far suzo Ashanti Region Interschool Super Zonals no on the 25th of February omna sponsor ma bia kama baba yara na hwomota ko pankro behind La Posada Royal Hotel na bia kama madaroma ye di dwumadi dan wo Habib sports fund about FA boss say about $100,000 no more investing for the past 2 years or division 2 division 3 you run Black Queen squad that's what me about
Queens for no match or United Arab Emirates the pins the pink cap
pink ladies
cap we ni na ka hono na meka se kwakudi am coach o de ne ba kru ho man hwe so no onye ne Queens adwuma you dey o de kwakwe we ni na say na ka blast na ka blast stars so concentrate so na study ni ma be boy Black Stars but man divided attention but enye who call up and I'm happy for 6 new girls now. Yamo invitation to Omumrana for the first time. Omusume Juma Emfama ya Queens no Sharon Samson, Rose Bar, Dynamo, Akon from Dakwa, and the very few are Omanya Konya room. I think that in Queens and maybe Genesis here, team na ho de was and we need to keep the components. Yeah, they prepare your hunchen, but there are few. Ibi here also say Omeba try friendly say TC to build them, prepare them. You do stages ibi here in matches Ibia akesefo ni bi anampinifo ni one they will be ready to also play for us. And I'm also happy for the return of Wasima Mohammed. For Wasima, those of us are share under 20 no. Ewo baba yara time ayemba no je Juma one Stella Nyamechemo ye and at that time na afi amanyeku yen second goalkeeper is on and order for enkwada na Juma Wasima ewo yemfinfi no clearly when you say no about 1 or 2 but recently I am on time maybe one no about so much me bi mo I want to see her say obenya the mentorship no dey free Grace Asanto am ho yemfinfi very soon say Grace mundi wa omo de ye nchirima na ye hwe achi say ometimi awro omo we ne dey asho so it's good component in here. Majority of the players they call ball last of corner
because of Prince as a players ni bi omo constant omo Portia Wache Doris Bodua Grace Asanto
Jennifer Kujo mo Anastasia Chia now Josephine Bonsuba recently on so agina mu kwaku dia bi baby girl comfortable constantly she's been with the team the modern Evelyn Doris very few
now so no wonder some baller as a understanding
and I say no go comfort in and right back now you see left back you just been so I be no
if Abigail Kofi
came oh yeah abrofo man na ye don ba na say ni back
na dey no command Kofi
no say omo side no the tribe I think be either we na Voltarians so omo to that type of a hostile blue free and it's good yeah hope so ombeko the entia me person will keep ni see ya on say ye be koi a man of my be ko na see ya we do semi-finals I qualify for a man mundial in Brazil next week so we need to keep the team in focus to make sure say a man work up ye be kwa ye moving from hona ye medi a man nkomo ma hu if for na publish we be now as we name say o check if for no we now be nya dia ba you see CAF approved coaching certificate omashemu kinazi say no na obetimi I was say before any of your national teams no wetimi hand obetimi ayedmo ho why GF for no dey we na ba I think that now so check you into my forward we need that so bit me there too ma and I'm at transfer am Black Stars a coach assistant coach I feel no kwa lines is A yes we the mama jump into the lines is A no make home because see baby a CAF for na raise standard need there drew no even you teams the crowd you need to have CAF lines is A before say ubetimi aben 1 year so it's good Ebanesa the technical know-how of nkofo no manage and national team so mo nim de ne wo soro a gro no ma eboa yen bebre now to sports fund any home komo for once at the peer parliament are related to sports now both sides now are turning one angle.
Oh yeah, just a very positive.
The last time now we a bit divided but then and run common no mudi and omunyina etoni one
Samuel representing MPP.
Yes.
Vincent equals for MPP.
Yes.
And
sports minister in Stuttgart.
So yeah, NDC
and the majority leader of NDC. And omunyina etoni one angle. Now let me start it this way. So what ye majority leader and common BB or the free and BB or the ABOU we are. The issue is that commission report na eda ho e kire say we me ye nye o ya agum ye mu say de hin de mbu so white paper no ade bia ni we white paper ni ma ye mbu so sa be ma aban ye mfa aban sika mfa supporters emfo mu ntu kwan no eni sa report na mu say me ye nyi aban sika emfa ma Ghana for as per diem supporters 2022 World Cup the aban sika for Ghana for World Cup the aban sika mo per diem 2022 AFCON the aban sika for Ghana for Cote d'Ivoire the aban sika mo per diem the hen yembu so yet kroma ya adwomefe commission am country as akotoko ne has no me ye bona anado ya boa the hen yembu so ya bu ni nyina so the enti a omasada se report achi na ese asem ne say omode nkofo beko but endoso ebeye omo ho nkrofo di ebeka ni say the koye say ordinary Ghanaian wanya bia nkwa a wan blame wo commission report e restrict ye nti mu ye nyina oti asama amka say ye nkana nsanchofo nyina fo mu nyim na omo nkana corporate bodies in fasi camera nti mo ka nsanchofo mbegina mu ye de na corporate bodies kana announce one they will turn out and tell you say kana announce nti ya anye den ye ntime amfa ni padodo anye den anko
but it's possible for Black Stars say or double tournament without support.
Until I make a choice, omode nkofo beko. Kodie omode nkofo beko. Ye ni de akoso.
Na man for that person in that education no. Say team no court tournament say. Na supporters anko.
ANC.
Can it ANC? A bit more affect one performance.
Commander ANC. So we don't even talk about that one. Say Ghana be court tournament say World Cup na oman na about ANC. Me say omode nkofo beko. But
because even see that
omode nkofo beko but endorse endru level no omope no.
Okay.
Economically very expensive. Last week or last 2 weeks Minister Disan come here about voice na wa. And they say won fa nipa baako edna free Ghana akwa America e ka abobo no nya kaketo o. Odiri koduru ya na accommodation ni internal traveling answer the obedi enti baako for wudi agro e ka obebo one person ho obe spend more than 100,000 Ghana cedis. One person, that is 1 billion.
1 billion.
What then never
500 crown.
Imagine, it's a capital intensive. That's what I'm saying.
Last edition of the World Cup, now hobby. Ghana fans better do send.
No way, in excess of 1,000.
Wow.
Yeah, because flights now, remember they call it. Nipa on board that day. 520, 23 or 22.
Okay.
Either 23 or 35, 23 or 530.
So the Yankees excess of 500.
And only flights now, me throw you know. The first day, no more call Tuesday, you know, it was 150. Yeah, call Wednesday, 150 and they call Tuesday. And yeah, call Wednesday. Thursday, there was another 200 and something a buy. Subsequent winnings will be more back. You will be more so call you don't call Dubai. I need Drew my journal fly from Dubai now. I'm back at until we're in excess of 1,000 Ghana.
But the air cost we there. We
might not get that number. Say corporate body number, man. Until no more every corporate body say, I'm on first commission. And again, what they are not doing, Sika 7 now, I'm for the baby sim between another day about point, a very restricted, and they say, we country now, yeah, cost no. to get access difficult. Aban betimi anya sika na process ni but nyo bia na kwen bazi visa na be ma no. That is the truth. Enyo bia na ko embassy
aban kra ho beto no.
Enyo bia
na so betimi a shede embassy na chi.
Oh no, that one there they will not do it. This is politics. They will not do it.
Okay.
So embassy na chi say deny. This is politics.
Deny them.
Yes. They will even want to get approval.
Okay.
Because Ebasa, it gives them chances. My culture say, Drew say yeah. Now say it did in command. There are people who, when you speak to, they tell you so. Maybe me hear you almost strong. We OMP afro.
DIABY.
For MPs are job my passport ni we inti. OMP nyam frɛ wa waka JBA who protocol in through that level. So only a double corner. The amount for MPs. I started job passport and no money man for DCs, MCs, ministers job passport and documentation. I started processing the code the amount for the but yen timi nipa dom said the penny call a capital intensive. To me na yen the delivery but me maka I will repeat. O person call work am be am for any to aban so. Ye wa de you process a farmer wa afa and farmer wa you need to try another day. Would any koto aban so a o protocol ne wo from tina bisa say we MP afrew ye mfrew a wo akiri pa ye kase ye suano so aban de nkofo oba be kompo a National Supporters Union eh first omo numbers na echo tie be yi mansa asane abase a na say kwaku last year we na mama ye be ye so omo say raffle bi want to be oto na wo ni edo what was in bi akwakoda these are all enema udu ani to aban no so a ubedi udok no kwa February ni ewum na kakra bi na so March, April, May ni yeko ebedru May eko ni ending na wuwie woni ma June edru mfimfia tournament na chance nti wo akiri so start everything you want to do person call work up bia chance but for the sports fan me I have always said this I am in full support of it we have to make sure we make it sustainable it is not about yede banu Jen bra ye bre nyina say ye di nkomo ye say corporate body ne wanwan say ya de anafan no ho da sika wuma nka we might not need be bre sa ke be hia kakra be kan na e bata fain ye establish I am happy say minister did 2 months because leadership by example or this year nko a akwa nto no na di anim e wo say waye me twen football association president the donation or the beko I want to see something yeah nyina the people are on be benefiting more. Me twen the ese omode kokotu na honorable asefo edi nkomo no se e car e wo ho ne so ko omokore infrastructures ahodo e wo ho no sports fund ya na e ba abebo infrastructures no na wo car e da ni ma so wo hu ade na e trend from Andrew na Junior Stoke City for ni posti omo ultra modern facility normally $10 million is na Ghana for akofa na mo si we $10 million Legon renovation keke $34 million Boteman $145 million. But me, I don't want to do that comparison. Omo krum wana and the man of Ghana na say a ton man in free. Their price never because but they are inflating but I think that we have a long way to go. Minister need to work extra harder. He need people to support. Until when you just say for once the political parties are coming together and say you have grown egu. It is not only football but sports in general will come and egu. They are fire and say from us or mine as government. And maybe to revive in sport now. Yet that create double sorry no. Not every sporting event you come be a one that we are offering partner so let's all come together. Let's preach the message and make sure say the sports fund corporate body Ghana gas more what's the name Kuku board one or more ye we any other corporate we na mu krum ha sika wo mu omo nyina ambra na omo meye bibi mfa moa we are fache ebitimi so na edia say $1 million extra bit makwa ko donation dia ma the sports fund na kakra edi peja ko yeni
may I say good evening sir. I just want to ask Mr. Kurt that what investment is he talking about? Teams are paying for officiating fee in the Division 2 sector. So what investment is he talking about? This is Prince Anoche Balotelli. Nedia or the Abano.
Region Ben teams here for officiating Division 2 for Region Ben.
Okay, one farmer.
Because I know that Bono Balotelli Bono.
Yeah,
and the amount of because the officiating fee is been absorbed by the Football Association. That I know.
Yeah.
2 years no need to
They pay.
They pay.
We shall say, hello, good evening. My name is Salif Ibrahim, watching live from Salt Pond Zongo. I want to know between John Terry and Sergio Ramos, Carlos Puyol, who is the best? And I want you to start one, bench one, and sell one. Echanopa Omobeshe Ediamal. Johnson Diaba, this Habib guy is the most racist. Zah. Look at all the examples he made, and it was why? Kwaku Ramana Famipo.
WhatsApp and our Facebook.
Yeah.
Message, you know.
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, they didn't reply.
Johnson, they
didn't reply. 2026, Nani Braba. 2026, Nani Braba.
What's a touchman? What's a touchman on Mutia?
Praise, we'll check that one. We'll check that one.
Miniana, yeah, indeed, come in, man. Oh, but home into me.
Wouldn't be into Omokasa. Because my boy, if you are Nipana or Canama, born a tribe, the other tribe, the uncle.
Any braba this time.
The last thing, you know, but it's fine.
Ken, I'm not sure.
Albert in Accra say I do not agree with my good friend's analysis of the Asian war. We must be more careful when discussing issues of this kind. Hey, I say more. Mate, why? Kwaku de yanku yenim.
So now come busana na I'm not sure busana. Because my name say some of the places of Mutia Sikana there, but you see, assembly, me kana me kwaswaka. Keto kreku mpanyimfo a omo ben no na ema ne bre. Omo na e ha no.
Omo ntinu fiye. Omo boa na asede.
Because say baby twena baby ntua, den ntina sa ankofukuo bi ntua na ebi ni ntua. Nti say o absorb ya.
Techman say RFA chairman owo Sunyane ono ane sa Dr. Anto so ono ane Techman.
Dr. Anto, yeah.
Okay.
Nti say o absorb ya. One ehesa mpa ya absorb na ye ni o musika. Krom hamra wa hapa o. But the wo hwesa mra na ye adwuma no.
Why enforce no?
Ano ni asem no. Nti unim say omo tititi ka mu a omo boss or short this guy so no ye o mra bi etia wo. But one na check sa amra no. Obi ani wo check sa amra no. Nti nipa nam krom a na sebe o tafrache. Nsem hunu sa. And it's the more reason why the biara da. Omo so so wo tu ha ase ono mutimi hwe nyoma e koso wo. That the keto kreku confidently say you know onim say wa ya de papa o tua sika no. Baby no bi so hye bi unless be yen nipa
so omuni auditors omuni supervisors supervision e say because for league recognize no be to officiating fee not money bi no am pompe huge amount of money in a row.
Because onim the entire eba as a surprise to me at Congress videos were played RFA chairman Dr. Antona Mukra chairman's na regional chairman na ebobo mo videos now no cry in a demoting by talking about how omoye grateful to the association president for adopting to pay those fees, which the amount was quoted that has been paid. But I tell you, we need some education on that. To be very honest, this is the first time I made it. To be very honest, I thought because I know say it's been paid. So I'm kind of surprised.
Seems none to
I'm kind of, to be very honest, I'm kind of surprised. And winning problem are Ghanaian clubs here. What can I know? My catcher said the fear of victimization, and I'm telling them, the clubs form the association. If something is happening in the association, not only happier, voice it out. Who is victimizing?
Voicing it out.
That's I know the harming.
Omo voicing it out. Yeah, the man for to no voice.
If all of us come together, can they victimize everybody?
The football people, even Omwakasa in their own cycle, they are not together.
And what some American say, I will see it because I am clear example to Asamna Okam. I've said this. Me say last year, Yabo Division 1, the FA decided said Ombecha Division 1 league matches. Oman Kabibia and Choya, while the Chama started, then an email was sent say Division 1 league matches, not matches when you be trying to live. No negotiation say because TV right comes with money. Yeah. Club A now 1 city and now 2 cities. Division 1 you supporters and prefer that. Me supporters can come back. We say match in life. Oh yes, also besin about until at least I need to get 1 CD or 2 CD from the team, right? But nothing was communicated. When the mail was sent, it was only one club that was able to ask the FA, say, why bringing this without any explanation to the contract? What are the financial gains? We wrote to the FA. Mail no, the I am can say group one where what they message to my be appealing to the other 47 Division 1 clubs. No. So when you now support, let's ask the AFA for the financial gain. None.
And then answer my again.
None.
Because Obiasuru, why? Obiasuru, where the Etienne say you football. So we are almost over your match.
Last time I was telling one of the CEOs, zone 1 clubs. They tell you say zone now ya chemu no munye happy. And maybe say we keep saying this. GFA for na ye cancel now. Nobody voiced that. Last time we met at
the Ricardo Barras cano. They say
commander.
If I am almost sorry say fight for freedom and say justice.
If I am able to say it,
if
I am able to say it, why can't you? Yes, yeah, is but the last time I said it. Omega, Yemi Omega said it. Why?
Yentena already Guzamo. Yentena Microphobi. That's some be criticizing the FA and answer some be challenge here. A drew no more than enemies.
Ken. Even to really dear Santo Kotokwa, who are you Division 1 club, Division 2 club, as we can say. We are not being bold enough to tell people running football and say they are being hypocrite and they are being bad people. We've not been able to tell them. You will come and hear voices from a radio station where somebody was part of the FA. They didn't come about when Kotoko went out of the Champions League or the Communities Cup, they were happy at the FA. You have to say they were near AC Okruma. When anyone wanted to stand toe to toe to the Ghana Football Association, yeah, who they are or on a team whatever. People that they came to fight to catch for that role now is there play no. Or teams whatever. And the people are afraid. And they fear to voice out because you not victimized when I've come over allegation. And they can't talk. And to the whole case, oh yes, I did. But people to make sure that no one cause anywhere. They didn't know your penalty, and now we fear to come to you and approach you. That is to tell you, so one case, what one hour and a papa. And then you was in recent times, he is in the media. Now you need 10 and ever read away. And then was say he is in the media. Talking a lot to power because in recent times
the next AFCON I record Tanzania Kenya no 2027 and
2027. No, I'm saying postpone when young ambassador they will play.
Because I know na matter say every president say obey the obetim bia say the time best no the Ghana AFCON.
You qualify and Kobe answer.
Ghana there.
How many qualify?
So let me be some question say let's say time be here aduma na.
And let's
have follow within the second term. Okay,
that's what.
I deal with you. Then time ni Ghana for be now we issue now yes I deal with you. Him one was people may sit at places and think they can't talk on quartet. Him one was to be a better national against her.
The uncle.
So yet I know your or let's see achievement. And I know my ama Ghana football image just have paid the only things he could mention any personal achievement. And you think that person makes us on quartet. We are joking. See again so can't talk on quartet. Or we quartet now kuni and the fourth time call West Harco. Have you seen Panivo more or Metnas or more Cornedio?
I position the island.
None in Crawford could have been you because or not seeing China also watch home because also know the Anyabo. So they will push him. Back when you push him back, I'll cut to our name. And if they don't take it, they will push him and also our time name. I'm not being a prophet of doom, and nobody is happy with whatever happened to Reverend Yantachi. But so be over Transna Kabi and Kabubia Kanawuntia. These things will happen to you. Life and I say, always to me humble niba. Tina about your yes, you won't put them or come by a two.
So already, what the camera I known say, untimely enemy. But say be the leader. Enemy energy.
May credit.
Enemy no on wine. So be a leader. Now say your tear would be a leader. Nay, meet and I saw you not inside what you are. I not just your enemy. No,
he wasn't talking about the opponents, but enemies. There's a difference between a rivalry or an enemy and then an opponent.
That's a statement.
Yeah, enemy.
The lifestyle we have people.
Who is so na bro poison?
So won pam asem. Me just miss me pam asem. Sana life no dey me ne ya adwen pa. But the only place me ne ya adwen when nem ebi o mu ntimi nkọ na nim nkoka. Ebi asa. Ana ebi o mu response so nkoka so ntimi nkoka. Na ebi nso onye na de say ebi o tie local stations. Na ebi a wontie. Didi e kan na ya wontie. Maybe ya no so wo ho. Sa de a ye ne ya adwen. Tino because in football no say dey see kono any said you see case image page out one team a time that Blasters are failing for AFCON young qualify what see image page no one boss say you vice president who serve who car at FIFA and no pay na in football na tough on power these are the things that can do say the football image akosoro hey we have a long way to go you will point papa and ye football no be kosi yama yetimi nya referee ba kokoro san di semi final AFCON de na say eno ano no ye ka kro obi akra ntumi nti se ukọ what happen na say oh when it comes to sanu mane wa we a memo bia na da wo say ye mfa supporters in go we have people that you mo ka kire yen say ya mo obi kura ne sword ba miensa mienu a wono no bibia da din a wo sika ne ye ready say si a wo be ko enti people closer they are going but chunk of Ghanaians say ya biem Ghana for muntimi because sa kwan we no ukọ say ne ye dey supported for ne ye dey omuni na akọ ayiba and yem say tax ye be kosoro ba tax any no ma okuru be kosoro ba because utimi ose mu ko World Cup last year
way in excess of 1,000
the team need to 1,000 supporters. Ewura USC eko support Blasters esa bakrom a king next bad years ni kon yina yi
as a matter of fact even add up I'm messing up to match ticket amount
be on bedi
you ma pay dem be obeda you match ticket amount funny say ABOU o process ni yeah o the funny say process ni ABOU shall say the Omam wato first 3 group game matches na no ye wo sika na odi ato. Te Ghana qualify ko na dima the subsequent ticket na ebeba no. Wo ho nti maybe a sika sem wo form. So the government need to buy those tickets. Oh, and last time it's unfortunate. Probably Monday say me ba na me kaya me the ticket ni be for educational purpose. Now ticket no so omoto a it's it's a sign regional basis. We to wait me anya ticket e bia wo ticket ade ko match no bono hafo or bono regional minister e bia ne coffers ye dey turn from eno no it's about e bia 50 and 100 and to budget ticket no na ya tro so bono regional minister say something regional minister na ya tro bono east regional minister nyame adoma Monday I promise listeners or viewers on that I'll bring some of the tickets how and the man was so easy so there are a lot. There are a lot that comes. My legs are safe. Until I can do be at my promise. My legs are safe, baby. So there are a lot. It's capital in me. I keep saying, open so wake up. Do your thing. Yeah, Udu eni to aban so ahonko bi
anya bete ndino politics nti ye ntimi nkasa ye mfa nipa anko saa de na majority minister say
majority leader
all can into omo World Cup na dey supported baba yen kan okrankyere we politics nti there are some people probably they helped in the government coming to power. We've not been able to give them some sort of appointment, so this is something we need to give to them. That is it. This is politics. So we are the supporters, a World Cup. We want to politicize the beer and it's the more reason why we are suffering as a country. Can't we say politics? Next time, that is what we are doing in this country. And so we need to be careful. We come out and tell people that this one we can't do. Capital intensive. The rest of the country will suffer for a foreseeable time. The young folk be uncle. We may assist you to get on your done. Now what do we call? You could do what they are. Not say, oh, yam will be. Probably we can help. But we taking care of you. Ya ma pay them near the other. Eh, you could go support us by no be a baby $400. Then Ghana sign corner anymore. Okay, 400 best baby. Ghana corner new United foreigner when to be we about on a bed $1,200. Nipa bear 200 as a trying to get into 1,000. How can we do that? Our politics to be safe. Yeah, yes, there be a baby. There be a baby, and it's the more reason why a baby. Once they do so, be a cubby. Be a cubby because a bus slot now. Be our slot. Be our slot. So be our want to talk. Say that be honest with me. The constituency. No one campaign. They are found people closer to him or her. So it's something that we need to talk. We need to be bold enough to tell people, say, this is capital intensive. We can't send people there. Now teams now empty players, no one. But we could be on supporters. Oh, I device him.
Mate, me da say, Brenda was said there kono abobo any baby. Habib,
yeah, asam na ya dinki aka kire ono. Obi Africa kudi e bi o ticket dey bi mu frɛ na obo na mu saka bia no fine na o de aye oniema.
Oh no, so no.
Mu frɛ kudi e bi o ticket dey bi mu frɛ na obo no e
but they
say ukuro MP so wa sha obo so do be kobi o minister bi asha obo BCB
o ya sha obo am
on frɛ wa frɛ no
nti o che say slot no regional ministers near you know my own. Because Blue East Regional Minister, Honorable Francis Owusu.
Regional Minister, top pressure,
Minister, the personal ministers walk up and they also could be maintaining right after the show. My friend minister
passing out message. Say, wow, okay, minister now MPB shall was a slot.
And honorable Sanjananja social I tell you, man, the grassroots leader
still out to be
honorable Shemi Boss walk up no because this to the news of man could be.
I have from no
for MP Sasha say JJ passport ne na se for bia link in the honorable
ya may zoom
onim say ya ton ticket or Ghana have my man for to ticket away but go hold be nim say ya ton ticket or Ghana
yes and there
me chama bi pa me ne na no this girl go to ticket me chama bi pa o ya no apepa na no o ska wono
na frɛ lo me bi ntoe
mu frɛ go dia bi
ya cha fo nyina aga mo ke nyina why we can now show who see you more by why
Friday you tufo be ma
say Friday you tufo
de kwaku
to voice
Mr. Joseph Amoni CEO at the ma swag gadget now busa me say mo dodo yesai
wa be do attach down oh okay ya ma see you akwaba
na me say kwaku dia bi dia ono wo okay so no lidia into sa no man dey no time pe
dia no ma bisa
so no ton gadget
okay
nti nyoma gidi gadget nyoma on say me nya ndi permission from so timiti mo bibia di nti wo busa say dodo yesai ena maka ye dodo nti kwaku dia bi no sika wura dey sa no wo dey dey na me ntia Rockstone Motor CEO yes of Kobaria amentia ono so na yenka tom say e do massive for the support always
right yebedom ase hana bebe kwameri dwumade na si yebeda abudia bi ase o ye executive producer na obetena boy kidom nas eso adam na o se dwumade de my oti obi anka agundum ase yesu amane yetim koma kina no pa ebo 6 am ye the Fakye weekend sports ye the bebro yankopon ka hwo ye na ho amasem Erade nka ho ya crowd